What up?
I need that sports encyclopedia. Where you at, Steve Kim? Got Trent in the cut. Yeah.
Where you at, man? In the gym shooting, I'm Durant. You ain't shooting John Moran.
Darnell is the Ball State legend. I'm the Warren Central High School legend.
I'm proving with a reliable source, straight from the mouth of the horse. Smitty and JB and Smitty from West Coast to Yost.
I love talking ball. It's nice to connect with guys that are like-minded and just are real and genuine.
Better stay in your lane. Hop until
you are fucking insane. Dude, what? You just will not give this guy his flowers. What is wrong with you?
Oh, you must have thought I was a bitch.
I am him. Use not it. What's the topic? With your logic when I probe it. Komodo, how it's talking.
Gotta get back to letting the baby cry a little bit to see if they can soothe themselves.
That's a bar.
Issues get pressed so fast it don't get sacked like bags and baggage. Smitty and Jason Brown killed it, yeah, it's a rap. We what the game's been missing, we switched it and filled the gap.
I identified him after his third fight and I said that guy should be a star.
I'm so proud of the show, bro.
The gas, Smitty and Jason Brown.
Coach JB show.
What up? We are in the building. It is Talk That Talk Tuesday. So talk, and I will talk back. I see the chat is already talking, especially the BMKs in the house. Anthony Jahir, you must be some type of Hamas, you bitch-made cat. Let's welcome everybody in. Pound the like, subscribe, become a member today. If you're not one, we got a loaded lineup today. Big Matt's going to join us on a special Tuesday. Steve Kim joins us. Tomorrow's show, you do not want to miss. It is super, super loaded. We got Tank Johnson, Big Matt, the one and only Michael Lombardi, and the one and only Alex Stein, if you know who that is. So stay tuned. Tomorrow's show is going to be wild. Don't miss it. We got a loaded lineup today, too. We got a lot going on today in the building. So let's dive into it. If you're not a member of our Slap Nation Discord, become one today. Plus, attached to our winnable slap picks, they are hitting. Man, I almost had a 5-gamer last night. The Lakers cost me and the Yankees cost me. Other than that, I hit on the Celtics, the Thunder, and the Dodgers. So pound that like, subscribe, become a member. Cappers from every sport are with us at winnable.com/slap-picks. Subscribe to our first down plan today. You can play weekly, monthly, and play with the pros. We'll have Eric Weddle, Steve Kim, Big Matt, Shaun King, Tank Johnson's picks on there. So make sure you pound the like and join us every single day on winnable.com. Let's dive into this show today. But I got something to start off the show with, as I usually do. So I got something to get off my chest, and I want it to make sense. Make it make sense. In this great country of ours, or at least once great country, and if you can find a better one, I beg you to go find it, all right? This country's still the best out there, contrary to belief. Although it is all fucked up right now. We get it. I get it. Trust me. I'm kind of ashamed sometimes to say, like, I'm in this damn country right now. But we once had order. At least some sort of oath we stood for as Americans. That oath was nobody fucked with us. We now have not only allowed people to fuck with us, we have allowed our college campuses to be taken over by foreign protesters who are blocking people from entering their own classrooms at their own university that they pay with their own money, which is the definition of America. We have taken down our American flags at the University of Harvard, Columbia, Virginia Commonwealth, and put up Palestinian flags. What are we allowing, people? Why aren't we steamrolling these fucking people in this country? I can't believe what I am seeing on a daily basis on our college campuses, in this country, we have a very big ongoing issue that needs to be addressed immediately. Not in 6 months, not in a year, not in an election, not after the new president. We have allowed our city streets to be taken over by immigrants who aren't just here seeking refuge and better lives, people. They are here to ruin our lives. Make it make sense. Stand for something before they take everything. Let's dive into sports. The Lakers lose again at the buzzer. Jamal Murray is the Laker killer. What is next for LeBron and LA? AD acts like he got shot from the grassy knoll and is a no-show once again in the fourth quarter. An absolute joke. The Kansas City Chiefs once again want the Swiftie Maniacs to tailgate at Arrowhead next year. What do I mean? The Chiefs signed Kelce to a $34 million contract. You know the Swifties are back. The NCAA in talks to settle NIL antitrust case. And the Raiders signed ex-Cowboy Gallup at wide receiver. The University of Alabama in Birmingham, UAB, becomes the first D1 football program to join a players association. Big Matt McChesney's going to join us to talk about that. Jason Kelce joins the ESPN network, and the Lakers are done once again. We're going to dive into that tonight or this morning. And the Celtics, they go up 3-1. The Thunder sweep the Pelicans. But before we begin this great show, my wonderful co-host, self-esteem, Ball State legend, Naptown's finest, 317 Far East Side great, AR5 defending, Lamar Jackson loving, LeBron hairline having, Caitlin Clark jocking, Fox Sports' very own, Big Smitty. Welcome him in. Clap him up.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy, Big Smitty, back from the city. What's going on, man? I got JB with me. I got to dig big. Read the shirt properly, man. Stop being inappropriate, y'all. I see where your mind is at. Your mind's in the gutter, TJ. Too nasty. Bradley, MP, Gene, Chris DeBono. Come on, y'all. What's going on, y'all, man? We locked and loaded. It's Talk That Talk Tuesday. Y'all going to talk. I'm going to talk back. What's going on, JB?
Man, I'm trying to tell you, dog, it's crazy right now. Hey, I got something to ask you. I started the show off with this whole thing that's happening on our college campuses. I've never seen anything like it. I don't know if you have in your young age. I haven't. I've never seen anything. This is at Columbia, Marcellus Wiley's school.
Right.
And I know he's sick to his head. I hit him up yesterday. Dog, this is like a concentration camp, Smitty. What are we doing, homie? This is on our college camp. Marcellus Wiley went here.
I know, and I was going to ask you, I think she graduated, but I thought his daughter went to Columbia too. His oldest daughter, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
She might have already graduated though. So
I mean, what's cracking, homie?
It's wild, bro. I've been seeing these clips. Like I said, I don't understand the full why, but beyond the why, this ain't the answer, bro. Like, you got a lot of these innocent students on campuses just trying to literally just be kids and be students and go to class.
But why
study.
they all wearing masks, dog?
I don't know.
See what I'm saying? Why are they wearing masks, number one? And then look at who they're punking.
Right.
I got to be real.
Yeah, I hear you.
It's quite alarming.
Nah, I hear you.
I like, me and my homies, this ain't going down with me and my boys. See what I'm saying? Like,
right.
something is not syncing well with me. Look at the cat in the glasses being punked.
Because he don't know what to do. Like, he's not a violent kid. He's not like gonna punch you or really run through you. Or
are you reading through what I'm trying to say?
Say it. Just say it. Fuck it. We here.
It screams setup. It screams fake. It screams really fake, homie. Like, the kid in the glasses is kind of trying to smile. It looks staged, dog. It reminds me of BLM, dog, when the Black Lives Matter thing happened, and I was rolling through Compton and Long Beach, and I saw pallets of bricks. I've never seen nothing like this, dog. And this is what alarmed me years ago when I was rolling through talking to kids when we were in high. You know, we had a lot of things going on. Black Lives Matter. We had a lot of shit. We had these brick pallets that literally that were wrapped with saran wrap that you can rip off and get bricks to throw into businesses.
Right.
Why? I've never seen.
I remember that. I remember that. Actually, now on social media,
video. I drove down the
they were set up in different places, like purposely. Yeah. I remember this now. Yep.
And I'm like, hold up, dog. Why no one really dove into that? Why no one ever really dove into why that was and who set those? How are you just putting a pallet down and then not seeing any cops, no security, nothing? And then we're seeing businesses get ran out in the hood, by the way.
Right.
Like,
it definitely makes you think, JB. It's funny you bring that up because, I almost forgot about that situation. But it was all throughout multiple hoods. You were seeing pallets of bricks just fucking randomly there. It's like somebody just dropped them off overnight and cut out. And
so I dove into it last night because I'm looking at this, like talking to different people. Tomorrow we got the great Alex Stein on, and it's gonna be wild with him because he's on these campuses like scrapping. I don't know if you've seen some of these videos.
Yeah.
He's actually like fighting with these motherfuckers.
Yeah, I heard he got attacked or something.
Like it's wild, dog. Like it's wild. Alex Stein, I've been on his show. He's on the Blaze Network, but he cusses and shit like me, so it's wild. It's gonna be crazy tomorrow. But let me dive into that. I want to show you something that I dove into. Bailey, if you could show the 3 different campuses that ironically look the same with the same setup, and I have to show you this. Why are they? What's the common denominator here? These are 3 places across the country.
Green tents.
Why are they the same tents? Why are they the same exact tents, homie? Let's be honest here. Why are those the same fucking tents on every campus? So all these guys got together and say, hey, let's go to Big 5 Sporting Goods and let's get the same fucking green tents with the white bottoms.
I don't know, JB.
Come on, man.
That's
Come on,
some crazy
dog.
shit.
That's the bricks again.
Right. Just all, But why though? Why would you like?
That's funded, Smitty. That's funded. Somebody bought those all in one time and said, "Here, go here, go here, go here. Here's your tents." I mean, there's no explanation, dog. Like, so you're telling me so the odds of everybody that's protesting having the same tents. Do you even believe that's even humanly possible?
It's crazy because even if somebody was like took the lead, right? Like, hey, this is what we're about to do. We're about to all protest. Boom. Let's get green because green represents whatever. Okay, boom. I can understand everyone having the same color, but they have the exact same actual like tent, like to top to bottom, like the exact same tent.
Dog, I'm really close, Smitty. I'm really close, dog, to going up to UCLA. Not to just start shit, but Alex Stein's in California at Sacramento tomorrow. So he's at Sacramento. You know he's going to be some crazy shit tomorrow. He's going to go into the goddamn courtroom and do something that he does in Texas and all these other states.
Yeah.
And then he's going to head to UCLA after that. And I know he wants me to meet him down there. He's going to come on the show tomorrow morning. And then after the show, I think he's flying from Sac to UCLA. I almost want to go with him and just get on, just roll around with him. I want to, because I have a gut feeling in my, and I'm gonna call a couple homies, by the way. But I got a gut instinct that nobody's gonna fuck with me or him.
But you said they already been fucking with him though, and I saw a video like he said that like he been attacked already though.
But it wasn't policy. It wasn't these protesters. It was the made up humans.
Oh, but
so there's made up humans.
They're protesting too though for some reason, right?
Yeah. Dog, it's the dumbest shit I've ever seen. You got a bunch of rainbow warriors on these campuses who are literally protesting for Palestine and Hamas. Although, if you go over there as a gay man or woman, you will be castrated and thrown off a bridge. You do know they don't play that over there, right?
Yeah, I heard.
So they don't even accept you, homie. They will like stone you. And these cats are over here defending them. Like I'm just I'm just trying to make this make sense, dog. They don't even accept you over there. So I don't know, dog. We're in a crazy world. We're in a clown world. I think we're in like a Matrix, bro, or something. Something's up. I don't know.
He said we're in the Matrix right now.
I don't know. But let's get into the show, man. Brought to you by Bet Online is the quote of the day. What up, man? The real Coach JB here for the Coach JB Show with Big Smitty. We got a proud new sponsor, of course, for the second part of the year, and that's Bet Online. Continue to be your number one source for all basketball wagering needs, including pro and college hoops throughout the year. March Madness is here. Join us every Monday and Friday with Jeff Nadu as we will pick them and up-to-minute odds, stats, and trends. You can follow your favorite team's path to the playoffs with in-game live betting, contests, and all the best player props. Experience the world's best wagering platform anytime from your desktop to your mobile device. Head on over to Bet Online today. Become part of the team and remember to use promo code BELIEVE, BLEAV, for 50% off plus welcome bonus on your first deposit. Bet Online, where the game starts. Peace.
Yeah.
All right, quote of the day. Let's do it right away so before I forget. Smitty, this is the quote of the day. It's during the worst times of your life that you will get to see the true colors of the people who say they care for you. I've been there, done that. Trust me.
And the character of yourself, too. Your true colors of yourself. I think when you go through hell, that's when you really get to see what type of man or woman you are, too. So I like that.
It's during the worst times, dog, when you find out a motherfucker is down for you or not. I'm just telling you. Contrary to belief, brought to you by Prize Picks. Head on over there and use the promo code Coach JB. Keeping it real is easy. Contrary to belief, being fake and being soft is the hard thing to do.
Yes, it is. Amen to that.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Bailey. I didn't see that until right now. Our great producer Bailey in the back has something he wants to show us. So to talk about our lead-in real quick. This is Columbia right now, right?
Right.
And so that's Columbia right now. And then look at that's Nazi Germany, bro. In 1938.
Crazy.
Come on, man. What are we doing? I mean, what are we doing? I'm really tripping on what's going on in this country, but I don't know. Let's get to the poll question, Smitty. Will LeBron return to LA? We're gonna dive into that. Will LeBron return to LA?
I think so. I heard a rumor this morning. We've been hearing rumors, but I saw can't remember what source it was, but that the Lakers are open to drafting Bronny for LeBron to stay here. I think it's a real thing. So
that'd be the worst thing we've ever done.
Well, I think they want to keep LeBron here for ticket purposes and for whatever other purposes.
I don't know if it's selling tickets, dog. I think corporate sponsors are selling tickets. I don't know who really wants to. I don't know a Laker fan that wants him back. Not a real Laker fan. See, I think we got these transformed Laker fans that like LeBron.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's a ton of those.
Yeah, the true LA Laker fan, like all my boys that I talk to, they don't want that motherfucker. They never wanted him in the first place, but they don't want him here no more. They believe that this whole thing, if you draft his son, it's going to set us back 10 years. Like the son's not that good, bro. The son is not going to just pop up and average 20-10. This dude's not that guy. He's not that guy. Let's just be real. So you got to go do something, man. Listen, I would love for him and his son to play together because I have no issue with a father playing with their son. Like, who else would not want that?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it would be dope. It would be dope to see it. I'm not even trying to hate on it, but
yeah,
I know what you're
I don't
saying.
want to see it here though. Go to Cleveland, do it. That would be great. To me, your hometown. Go home to Cleveland. Do it. Finish your career there. I don't want to see it here because I look at it as a franchise killer. Nothing personal against the family, but it doesn't make sense for this team. This team is not littered with a bunch of young perimeter players, and we could afford it, homie. Like, first of all, you had AD last night act like he got fucking shot. Okay,
hey, man,
like a motherfucker got shot from the grassy knoll.
You had my wife cracking up because I was watching the video next to her, and she thought the same thing. She was talking shit. She was like, "What the hell is wrong with you?" I was like, I would, you know me, I'm nice. I'm trying to find the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, I don't know. I said maybe motherfucking shoulder got out of place or something. They showed the replay of him getting bumped. I'm like, it didn't look that powerful. I was like, well, maybe he had some shoulder issues lead up into this game. I kept trying to like find a way to defend him. Then he came back right to the game. I'm like, this motherfucker had a stinger, JB. I think that's what it was.
I've never seen the cat fall down and just stop playing over getting hit like that.
Bro got
look at that, homie.
Bro got a stinger, JB.
Homie, he got hit in the fucking shoulder, and this motherfucker. Hey, motherfucker, did you see it?
JB was like this, Ricky,
Homie.
Ricky.
I'm like, what?
No.
I'm like, come on, man.
He did fall kind of crazy, JB. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm thinking like, oh, it's a wrap. He done. Like, it's a wrap. The thing is, I would have preferred him to just be out. He came right back in. It's like, bro, you did all that shit.
That's my point,
came
dog.
right back in.
That's my point. And the bottom line is, he did nothing again in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, after that moment, he didn't even really want the ball. Like, he walked around with his arm just down like this.
I mean, like, his body language is such a fucking, it's just, dog, it's got to be the worst chemistry. Like, you can't have no guy that talented. Like, he's just a waste of talent. Like, he was killing Joker last night early in the game.
All series, he's been killing him.
All series. But when he plays, can't stop him. Nobody can stop him. Giannis, Embiid, Joker, nobody can stop the dude. And then he goes and does this. Then he does that shit. And it's like, dog, he's got no nuts, no guts, bro. To me, come on, man. Like, Smitty, if I got hit in the arm though, and that play was live, at least I'm like, I'm right here ready to. I'm gonna be in the game and try to block the shot. If it came at my arm's dead, okay, I got a sting or whatever. This motherfucker fell like he got shot, dog. And then he was sitting on the sideline, homie. And then, dog, listen, I don't know what to do, bro. You can't keep that roster.
You can't. You gotta break it up somehow, some way. I don't know what that means. Like, we're not like one piece away. Like, we're not like, okay, just add this guy and we're good. No, we need to, like,
okay. So let me ask you though. Let me ask you though. Like, they had, I think, the second best record since the All-Star break.
Yeah.
They got in and was playing well. They beat New Orleans, who got in the playoffs as well, and beat Golden State. Here's my question: like,
Pelicans, I swear.
They led this series 160 minutes of the 5 games.
Yeah.
Like, in a lot of theory, if you look at a lot of the data, I'm looking at it, and they're showing it on ESPN earlier. They dominated the series in like every facet besides the scoreboard at the end of the game. They were up 20, they were up 15, and they were up 12 twice.
Yep. And they were always up at halftime.
And they lost those leads.
Yeah, they can't finish the game. But to me, it's the epitome of what this Lakers team is. This team is an older team led by older stars. AD's not that old, but he's been playing for a long ass time, and he's out all the injuries, so he's kind of in that older, bracket I would put him in. Obviously, we know LeBron's 40. So to me, what you're defining is what an old team is. Come out swinging first half, playing hard, playing great, you know what I'm saying? Playing closer to your actual max potential, but it's not sustainable. LeBron can't sustain that for 4 quarters anymore. AD apparently can't hoop for 4 quarters. He can do it for 3 quarters. For some reason, the 4th quarter comes around and he gets too tired or his shoulder hurts or He has stuff on his mind. I don't know what's going on. And then the guys around are up and down. I thought Austin Reeves played good last night. Overall, I thought D'Lo was decent, but he wasn't as good as he was the night before. You can't count on the others. You can't count on AD in the fourth quarter, and then LeBron just picks and chooses throughout the game when he wants to turn it on and turn it off. Because again, I just don't think he has the capacity to be full blown LeBron for 40 minutes. So that's why I think the numbers are the way they are. Because if all things were equal and LeBron and AD were just or really LeBron was just this young LeBron who could just move around the way he wants to without worrying about getting hurt or tired or nothing, I think Lakers win this series, but he's not that guy anymore. And I think we got to come to the realization that that's what it is. And that's why the stats are the way they are. They can't sustain the greatness for 4 quarters. And the Nuggets know that. So Nuggets like shit, I just hang around. They just hang around, keep it close, keep it between 8 to 12 points. And when the fourth quarter comes, we're going to explode and we're going to win the game. And
I'm going to be honest, though. I'm going to be honest. I look at it in a kind of a different way because they have 0 killers. And LeBron being the GOAT that people call him, supposed to be that killer. Either A, they don't listen to him, and he can't instill a killer in any of those players. B, he's definitely not the killer. He's not Kobe, Jordan. He doesn't have that in him. We know that. And C, let me before I say C, I thought Darvin Ham got that team to play very hard.
They played hard last night.
Hard. I thought they played hard the whole series. I thought the team as currently constructed, without Vanderbilt, a perimeter defender who can make a 3, without Prince being healthy, Dinwiddie hit 3 threes last night, gave him 9 points, and kept them in the game late. And he's actually a decent scorer at times when he's available.
Hachimura was hooping.
He was finally hooping like he did last year in the playoffs because he made a hell of a run last year in the playoffs.
Yeah.
He looked, again, athletic, and he looked young.
Yeah.
Listen, man, they have no killer. LeBron's not that dude. If LeBron's not up in the game, then, he doesn't hoop. If they're down, for some reason, I don't understand why he goes to the 3-point line. When usually if you see they're tied or in the game, it's close, he'll attack all day long. He attacked last night late in the game. They're tied or up. He attacked every time.
They can't stop him.
But why does he do that when they're tied or up? Why doesn't he do it when they're down? I don't understand. Go get the foul. Something triggers in his mind, I'm not this guy. We're down. I got to stay on the perimeter and shoot threes. You're not the 3-point shooting guy. We get it. You hit a few last night. We get it. You hit a few threes in the series. You're not a 3-point shooter, though. Let's be honest. Go to the rack.
This was one of his best years at the 3-point line because he had to because he's older. But I know what you mean. His expertise is getting to the rim. He can't be stopped going to the rim. He couldn't be stopped. He get the matchup that he wants.
Let's be honest, though. This is a team of professionals that make hundreds of millions of dollars. You had the best white boy free throw shooter in the league miss fucking 2 out of 3.
After making 14 in a row.
So Reeves misses 2 out of 3 down the stretch.
Yeah.
Then fucking Prince comes down and misses 2.
Yeah.
And then AD
LeBron was 3 for 5 until those last 2 that he made. So he ain't missed 2. So
they missed 5 free throws in a matter of 2 minutes, and they were down 5.
Yeah.
I don't know.
To LeBron's credit, he knocks down those 2 free throws, ties up the game, and then fucking Jamal Murray, do got that killer instinct. And he's fucking it's over. I'm gonna end it.
Jamal Murray does have the killer instinct. He wasn't supposed to play and all this. He has the killer instinct, no question about it. He's a Laker killer.
Mm-hmm.
I wish the Lakers had that motherfucker. He actually is old school. Him and Jalen Brunson remind me of some old school hoopers that just get it done. I mean, that's just really what it is. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
So it'll be a crazy offseason, man. I saw another stat too. Said this is the first time in the last 20 years that neither KD, Steph, or LeBron will be in the second round of the playoffs in 20 years. First time in 20 years that this has happened. That's kind of crazy to think about, man. This the new era is upon us. So I'm just curious to see what's gonna happen this offseason. What next team KD is gonna be at, Is LeBron gonna stay in LA? I'm seeing rumors that, and it could just be rumors, but like, could LeBron join Steph? I know he's talked about wanting to play with him for a long time. You could see him going to Golden State, and staying in Cali, but still just going over. I don't know, bro. It's gonna be crazy, but it's always every year in the NBA offseason is nuts.
LeBron's not. Golden State doesn't make sense for me for LeBron. You don't go from LA to Oakland, who's getting ran. Oakland's a shithole if you haven't seen it. It's like a third world country right now.
But they're no longer in Oakland though, right? Like they're in San Francisco now, right?
That's even worse.
Oh, okay.
So I'm telling you, dog. Oakland and San Francisco for some reason is being taken over by it's bad. But I don't see him. I don't see him going there. I don't see him doing that. To me, that would not make sense to me.
Right.
Because you might as well stay in LA.
I'm just curious of what these old.
I don't know.
I'm just curious of what these older stars like a Steph, like a LeBron, LeBron still got some stuff left in the tank. Steph definitely does. So it's like, all right, y'all just gonna stay with y'all current team and just keep losing because y'all not gonna win with these teams. We already know that. Or are y'all gonna try to do some big shit to try to make something shake and try to figure out if you can get one more ring? I know LeBron want one more ring for sure. I know he do.
If LeBron go to Oakland, Smitty, if he go to the Golden State, come on, dog. Really, you're gonna call that dude the GOAT?
I mean, you know where I stand.
I know, but I'm just saying, dog.
Number 3 on my list.
To me, you would lose all. There's no way you would not lose credibility if you go to team up with Steph. Come on, dog. And even Steph should be like, dog, we're too old. Come on.
we old as hell, bro.
You can't do this. Come on, man. There's no way. I don't see it. I don't know. Let's dive into the next thing here. Listen, the Swifties are back in KC, Smitty.
Okay.
That's what it's coming down to. It seems like that's also another ulterior motive. I don't know, but
get your money, Kelce. Get your money, Kelce.
2 years, $34 million. 2 years remaining on his old deal as well. Now he's got guaranteed money in 24 and additional money all the way to 27. He'll be 38 years old. 38-year-old tight ends to me doesn't sit well with me. It seems like it's just a thank you paycheck. Here you go for being so good for us.
That's what LA did for Kobe, and I wasn't complaining at the time. So
yeah, so
all-time greats get that sometimes, JB.
Because you know why? The money that they're bringing in from the Swifties is paying that back tomorrow.
Also, we can say Kelce didn't play that well in the regular season, which it wasn't his best year. He still was a top-tier tight end, but it wasn't his best year. But when it mattered the most, the motherfucker was making plays and balling in the playoffs and in the championship. So he still has some juice left in the tank too. So, and I think the way that because our researcher at Fox, he's fucking the best. He basically said it's not even like a contract extension per se. It's basically like he got a raise. It's the way that it's set up, from the number standpoint. He basically came into work and Andy Reid didn't want to give him a raise, which is crazy. So shout out to him. Get your money, get your bread. Shit. I mean, that's how they doing it.
TJ too nasty. Nobody cares about Mahomes at the WWE event, giving someone a fake ring to hit someone. Shut up. Nobody cares, homie. God, this guy.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, who makes these accounts up? God damn, you guys have no lives. There's no way this guy's been blocked 5 times this morning and just keeps making accounts. What person in the world? That's why I know we're fucked up, Smitty. I'm gonna be honest, dog. We're so fucked up.
The comments show you that.
Yeah, because any individual that just sits in their mama's basement.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, he's going to block me. All right, here's another name. This guy's creating, let me create another guy. This motherfucker is just creating names all day long.
He's not going to stop, JB, so just ignore the motherfucker.
That's all, but he'll litter the thing. You ain't going to be able to have no chat, homie. This is crazy, dog. It's it's the craziest shit I've ever seen.
That don't define the world, though, JB. I hate how we take our little moments of social media, whether it's YouTube, Twitter, whatever. We take the sample size of the knuckleheads on all of these platforms, and we let that define the entirety of America. I don't think that's right. There's a lot of JBs out in the world still too, JB. That's why they love you so much.
There's a lot, but we're getting silenced though.
Well, yeah, y'all just
We
not.
get
Y'all not on
silenced,
social
dog.
media. Y'all not getting silenced. Y'all just not. A lot of the people who think like you aren't as whether it's courageous as you as far as speaking up, or they're just not social media guys. You believe it or not, whether you want to admit it or not, you are a fucking influencer now. You are a social media influencer. That's what that you fall underneath that label.
Yeah, but that's how they perceive me. I don't perceive myself as that. I just say that I had a platform and I started a show, and then it is what it is. That's what they have defined.
I mean, that's what. But that's that what you just said is what it is, though.
I haven't defined myself as that, though. See, that's the thing. I don't know if there's difference.
It ain't. It just that's what you are. You know, is what it is.
Yeah, but not really, because I could call you a fucking 1,000 different names. It doesn't mean that's who you are.
Racist.
That doesn't mean who you are.
I'm saying you're a TikToker. You put up TikToks daily. You put up Instagram Reels daily. You put up YouTube daily. You have a show. You have a fucking you do all this shit.
TikToker though. See, you say I'm a TikToker. TikToker, that's all they do. Look at their pages. They got. I do a couple TikToks here and there. Like TikToker. Now they pay me. I'll fuck around and be a TikToker. I'll wear a fucking whatever fucking.
What's the shit called? Oh yeah. 25. Kiss me. Ooh, no ice cream.
Yeah,
ooh,
that's
the ice cream.
TikToker.
You remember that shit? What was that called?
That's that shit you brought up.
Give me ice cream. Ooh yeah. I like that. My mouth cold. Ice cream. Mouth cold.
Is that still going on?
I don't know. I forgot about it until just now in this exact moment.
Didn't you do some of those?
You did some of those too. You had me cracking up when you did it. I ain't gonna lie.
Wish I would do that shit. I wish I would do that shit.
Do it right now for the chat.
Ice cream. That's fucking weird ass shit. That's some weird ass shit.
Hey, homie, you probably make $1 million if you did an actual video doing that shit, though.
Hey, we're live on TikTok right now. We got 200 people live on TikTok right now, and they should do that fucking ice cream, lick, whatever the fuck they all do.
How many of y'all would pay JB to do an actual TikTok for an hour long just doing that
shit? Is so fucking weird, homie. Like that's the dumbest shit I ever seen in my life. Yum. What the fuck?
That's called NPC, non-playable characters. So you're
non-playable characters. And let me be honest with you, dog. Whoever follows a cat that does that, or anyone that goes and pays a motherfucker to tell you yum, ice cream, you're all degenerate, absolute fucking nobodies. You need to fucking seek help. Whoever literally would pay someone to do that shit on a camera is a fucking bottom-feeding nobody. I'm just going to throw it out there.
Mm-hmm.
It's like paying an OnlyFans broad.
That's different.
Not really. Same shit to me.
It's a little different, though.
You paying the same shit. I can see it for free on Pornhub. I don't get it. I don't get it.
But you can't see the person that you want to see, though, necessarily on Pornhub.
You can't what?
You can't see the person that maybe you want to see on Pornhub, because like a lot of these influencers. Well, you don't. I'm saying like the concept of why it works is like a fan might be a fan of like this woman or whatever. They're like, oh shit, she has an OnlyFans now. I always wonder what she looked like.
That's my point.
And now they showing you that shit. It's intriguing.
That's my point. That's my point.
But that at least that makes sense. This NPC shit don't make sense.
It don't really make sense. That person I'm talking about is the reason why we're saying it. That person that pays that person that they want to see on OnlyFans is the same fucking yum, meow, lick, all that shit is the same motherfucker. That's whoever's paying for that person is the same one paying for yum, meow. Same one, homie. It's a nobody bottom feeder in a mama's basement. Real talk.
We always say mama's basement. That's funny as hell. But JB, think about when you were 16 years old, 15, like you didn't have like a celebrity crush. Like these celebrity crushes now are like influencer crushes because social media has made a whole new group of quote unquote celebrities. So if you're a fucking 17-year-old, whatever, and you see one of your favorite celebrities or whatever, influencer, excuse me, and she now has an OnlyFans, or for the women, now this guy has an OnlyFans, and you had a chance to see them do whatever they're doing in that OnlyFans. it can be intriguing for those people. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's right, wrong, whatever. I just don't put that in the exact same category as a motherfucker going live on TikTok right now and saying, oh yeah, touch my elbow, yes, elbow rough, oh yeah. I just don't like, on OnlyFans, like they're fucking on there, JB. So like, I mean, call what you want, but I mean, at least that has some sort of
it still has the
same
same mindset, dog. If I'm willing to watch a motherfucker and pay someone to watch them fuck, it's the same exact concept, bro. I don't need. You're gonna pay. So my point is, you're gonna pay a motherfucker to tell you meow meow, cat, lick. Or what? You're gonna pay a motherfucker millions of dollars to do that? Like homie, come on, man. Like,
hey, these kids are rich though, JB. We might have to tap into this yum shit. We might have to sell out for 2 months and then go back to being real.
Yeah, I get it. That shit crazy.
These two girls a year ago, we brought on this show. I think they sold their bath water. Like they took a bath in milk and cereal milk, and they scooped it with glass jars and closed it and sold them and made like $300,000 in like 24 hours.
Yeah, I don't get it. Like, I don't get it. That everyone that bought that should be actually taken out back.
Somebody else, same concept. They were selling their farts. A girl was selling her farts. She would fart in the glass, close it up, and just 100,000.
First of all, whoever did it and whoever bought it should be taken out back. I'm just telling you.
What's going on out back?
You know what happens out back. I'm just saying. Taken out back, homie. Boom. You guys go out back. It's over. Same with all these other fucks. We're going to talk to Alex Stein about it tomorrow.
I'm going to start saying that shit. Hey, I'm taking that out back. you need to get taken out back. Like, I mean, nothing else needs to be said.
Taking out back, homie, because we're doing a lot of weird shit, man. Remember the milk? The milk bath water.
Yeah, that's what
It wasn't just bath water. I thought it was milk.
It was cereal. It was cereal. It was like Frosted Flakes, Fruit
Loops. It was what?
Cereal. It was Frosted Flakes.
Cereal.
It is cereal with an L.
Okay, there you go. Because you said cereal.
I'm from the hood, JB. It was
that BPS, dog. Black people shit. Say fart again.
Fart.
It's fort. F-O-R-T. In the hood, cats say F-O-R-t.
That's how LA dudes talk, though. That's an LA hood thing.
Fort is actually Compton specific.
Yeah.
Hey,
what's going on with your fort?
Just so we're clear, just so you know, Long Beach is a completely different dialect than Compton.
Interesting, really.
Compton, completely different dialect than LA.
I thought it was just all like a okay.
You know an LA cat from a Compton cat, and you know a Long Beach cat from a Compton cat, and you know a Long Beach cat from an Inglewood cat. It's a completely different world. I'm just telling you, even though it's real subtle and little, cats that know.
Damn, homie. I'm learning every day. Why you always laugh when what's going on with that, man?
Because you saying homie doesn't sound right. Just you almost can't say it anymore.
He said almost. He said you're not there yet, but you're almost.
But this is all goes back to women coaching in the NFL.
You know we still getting killed in them comments. I go to Instagram every single day, and I'm seeing motherfuckers arguing, going at it. Like really, like still in that same comment section. They think I agree with you because meet the first woman to receive a 4-year college football scholarship. Meet Antoinette Tony Harris, a trailblazer on and off the field. Despite facing obstacles and naysayers, she's breaking barriers as the first woman to earn a full football scholarship. With her sights set on the NFL, Tony's resilience and determination inspire us all to chase our dreams fearlessly. Let me look her up to make sure this is what's her name? Antoinette Tony.
No. Alan, tell him who it is.
Oh, she a JUCO cat. Okay, shout out to JUCO. You should be we should get on the show as a guest and just kind of ask her, let's just keep it real. What made you want to play football? What position did you even play? How serious? Do you really think you gonna have a chance to play in the NFL? What do you like? Let's just dive into all the shit. Like, let's have her on the show instead of killing her right now. Like I know you want to. Let's bring her on the show and let's ask all the questions you want to ask.
It's not her fault. It's not her fault.
It ain't her fault at all.
But I don't get why people don't understand that. Like, people, it's not her fault.
Alan said she about to be the face of the NFL.
It's not her fault, homie. Because Alan understands exactly what we talk about on this show about this type of shit. He exactly understands it because he sees it. He sees it right now in this world that he's trying to move up in. He actually sees it. That great men are being passed by for absolute jokes.
This is an old story though, right?
What, this woman here or
this woman's particular, like specifically?
Yeah, she's at an NAI school, I believe.
Got you.
Alan's gonna DM me her issue. She's at an NAIA school, I believe. So first of all, NAIAs don't really give scholarships per se, and they're not associated with the NCAA. Okay, so I just want to be clear.
Yeah, I don't think she playing. I think because this was like years ago. I don't think she playing no more.
She went to ELAC, by the way, which is here in LA. You know, East LA.
Yeah.
By the way, see, you got to put the pieces together.
I'm gonna get her. On. If you don't want to get her on here, I'm gonna get her on the porch.
But what if I told you that she went to ELAC for one specific reason?
And what was that?
Why would you go to ELAC? Out of all places. Why did the quarterback from Bishop, whatever, what is that school? The fake school?
Bishop Sycamore.
Why would the quarterback go from Bishop Sycamore to ELAC? It's not like ELAC's a national powerhouse, homie. ELAC's really shitty in football.
So they can play?
They've been decent lately. No.
Break it down to me.
What was that ELAC after I left fucking
Last Chance U
basketball?
Last Chance U basketball. You're right. They want to be on camera. They want to blow up their story. They want to. All right, I hear you.
I'm just saying, homie. So you got a girl going there to play JUCO football. By the way, if I'm there, I'm having to sit down with this young lady and say, listen, young lady, you're a very beautiful young lady. You need to go model or do something like that. You can't play here. Sorry. Now, if you want to sue me or whatever, go ahead. That's the new name of the game. But anyway, you can't play for me. We can try it, but we don't do publicity stunts here under my watch. That'd be number one conversation I had. Number two, Bishop Sycamore guy, you're not very good. I've watched you play. Bye. Go to another school. We allow it, homie. We allow it. We allow this all inclusion. I'm just telling you, come on. You can't tell me. Where's she from, Alan? Where's she from, Bailey? You know where she's from? Alan DM me, but I'm on Instagram. I'm on TikTok. Where is she from? Because if she ain't from LA, Smitty, if she ain't from LA, then there's a huge problem, bro. It's an absolute joke. Because if you come out of state, she's from Detroit, Michigan.
From the day.
She left Detroit to come to a Cali JUCO that offers 0 scholarships, has 0 housing, has 0 meal plan, and has 0 student loans. Let me be clear, homie. We don't have student loans in California. We got rid of them in 2010. We got rid of student loans in California for out-of-state athletes. So it's you're not coming to JUCO in California unless you're a real deal big-time player that is going to be housed by the coach and figured out. You're not coming here. And then for a lady, God bless her soul, she comes out here from Detroit to play JUCO football as a woman with men. Come on, homie. Let's just be real. This is a publicity stunt at its finest. And
that's what I'm saying. Like, Bailey says she still plays. I guess she does. I mean, last thing I saw she was playing for was some league called LA Legends, which I think is like a woman's league. I don't know.
That's what she needs to do.
But that's the last thing I saw. She was doing.
All for it. I'm all for it.
Yeah.
But like, let's be honest. Like, dog, she's playing JUCO. Like Matt coaches JUCO kids every day. Like, there's NFL guys that come out of JUCO. 28% of the league is JUCO players.
All the time.
I'm sorry. She's not supposed to be playing junior college football. I'm just going to be honest here. Like, come on, man. What are we doing?
Yeah, man. I mean, I was just to speak on this a little bit before we move on. Good morning, boys.
How you doing?
I was part of the whole like Katie Nida thing at CU. I was just there when it happened. And I never met her, never played with her. She was there a year before I was. And, you know, she was adamant about being on the team and wanted to be in the locker room. Like, it did not work out well. Anybody that knows the story, I mean, Coach Barnett got pretty much fired because of it and suspended. And, you know, but like none of the players got invited to the combine because of the supposed allegations that none of us were involved with. Like, it's setting yourself up for bombs to go off. It's not necessary.
Yeah, I don't understand it. I don't get it. Let's dive right into it, man. I don't know if you saw this. The champ, or he's not the champ, but he walked in and him and Deion played a little ghost boxing here. Damn, that's a little motherfucker. I try to explain to people, and Steve Kim's coming on after Matt. Smitty, you're into boxing more than any of us probably are, and Steve obviously is the professional at it.
Yep.
That's a small little motherfucker, and I've sat next to Oscar De La Hoya. I've been next to Oscar De La Hoya in titty bars and shit, and I make jokes up, you know, obviously, you know, I make jokes up about you know, this type of stuff all the time. Like, dog, you would have to hit me 1,000 times. You would have to hit Matt and I 100 fucking times. You weigh 130 pounds. Now, I understand they know where to hit you.
Yeah, but
and
that motherfucker's fast and explosive.
Yeah, fast and explosive. But
if I get a 22 out and fucking that motherfucker 22 enough bullets, it'll take you down, JB.
Yeah, but a 22 also moves around and hits you and goes all over your body. That's exactly what he would have to do. And a 22 probably won't kill me unless he got lucky. So it's the same point. Same point. I'm glad you said that because 22 is like the bitch ass gun. Let's just be real. So and 120 pounds.
It get the job done though. Don't sleep on it though. Don't get hit between.
But see, I don't think people realize. Now listen, I'm not a boxer. I'm a bar fighter and a street fighter. I'm not a boxer. But I want to be clear here. People act like Nat and I are just going to let this 120-pound cat do all the hitting. Like, you can hit me 20 times. I'm getting to you, and I'm grappling you up in some sort, homie.
No, are we talking street fight? Street fight, I'm with y'all, yeah.
Yeah. How big is this dude for real?
He walks around 160. Like, if he's not training, he's just like also like, fuck it. He walks around probably 155,
and it's 160. Street fight, like I can grab him by his neck?
I was in a street fight. Yeah, I mean, you got like.
Yeah, in a street fight, I'm going to ricochet his ass off the floor real hard.
Yeah, you would kill him. In a boxing match, he would destroy
all of us. In a boxing match, he would probably dap me up real fast.
All of us. We wouldn't even get a hit in.
It would be terrible.
Yeah. It wouldn't even be close. Like, But I think he'd hit with gloves. He would hit me like a motherfucker. I'd be like, he'd probably be hitting me, but I'll just do this and let you hit my fat ass stomach. He won't even hurt my fat ass.
Nah, that might hurt worse than the damn
the fucking rib shot.
And you ain't got no core, JB. Oh my god.
None. You ain't done a motherfucking sit up in 13 years.
When last time you did a sit up, JB? Tell us right now live on the show. Last time you did an actual full sit up.
A full sit up?
Yeah. 20 years?
I would say at least probably 20. I would say at least 20. I mean, seriously, I don't lie.
Can you end the show today doing one full sit-up for us?
Yeah, I can do bicycles. I can do Ollie's.
I want to see you do what? I want to break the 20-year streak today on the show.
Yeah.
Chat, if we get $200 in super chat, JB's going to break his non-sit-up streak today.
I can do 10, 20 sit-ups, whatever. What's a full sit-up, though? What's a full sit-up?
You got to come all the way up, motherfucker.
You just lay down and do a sit-up, you fat ass. What do you mean, what is a full sit-up?
But I'm saying, like, what do you guys want to defend? You want me, like, I'm going to put my feet down. Nobody's holding it, so I'm just going to come all the way up.
No one's eating your butthole, you weirdo.
I'll do the old school. I'll slap the floor with my hands coming up.
Yeah, put ash on your feet. Put ash on your feet.
2.
Ash heavy as hell.
3.
Whatever. Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter to me. Whatever.
4.
Chat, I want to see a super chatter right now.
4.
Like I do sit up, push up, whatever you want to do. Want me to do pull ups? I fucking whatever. But I'm gonna smoke this cigar here in a minute.
You know, Marino smokes cigars at 7 in the morning.
Shit, I would have been smoking, but TikTok bans me if I put it on. If I start lighting it for some reason.
Really?
Yeah, fucking TikTok. Like 230 people.
You can't smoke a cigar on TikTok.
No.
Well, JB can at least. I don't know if everybody else can.
Well,
JB has different rules.
I do got different rules.
I'm sure I'm glad they're banning it too. That's awesome.
I don't know if I'm glad though, man. Because
I'm not glad. That's totally sarcastic.
JB got a big ass, fat ass check from it last week.
Yeah, make money on TikTok.
What, TikTok?
Yeah, he make money on TikTok.
Yeah, that's the way. I make money on TikTok every month. I don't want it to go away.
Mike Bundy, okay, starting they we need 190. We get that 200. JB gonna do a full fucking workout session to end the show.
Hey, let's dive in. Let's dive in.
We have 6-0 part of this. Really, they feed the big guy too. Fuck.
Yeah,
we will. You're gonna get part of that big guy action. I gotta
say Paul. I don't like St. Paul's no more, but
what? No, did
say that. He said you're gonna get part of that big guy action, man.
You know what I'm talking about. It never crossed my mind to even think about that.
Sorry,
so,
just
like you have to have a real feminine thought process.
What you saying?
To think that we're talking about that.
What you saying right now?
You don't have to say pause, homie.
We fucked it up.
We don't think that way. That's y'all. That's your generation that thinks those gay ass things.
What you calling me right now, JB? What you calling me right now?
Got a little femininity in you.
Say it to my face, Jason.
Later on today.
Say it to my face, Jason.
Later on at the studio.
We gonna box for real. I'm a Ryan Garcia. You the whole.
Bring Ryan Garcia on the show live.
All right, I'll make it happen.
I'll choke the fuck out of Ryan Garcia.
Ryan predicted an earthquake June 6th in LA.
Let's dive into
can we skip NBA today, JB, and just kind of talk about NFL all day, JB, please?
What?
Can we skip NBA topics today with Matt and just kind of talk NFL?
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. Matt understands sports. Matt knows sports. The Lakers dominated his Nuggets the whole series.
This is true.
If I'm a Nuggets fan, I'd be very concerned going to the next round against Timberwolves. I'd be very concerned.
It's really good, man.
I'm not. I just think the Lakers played as hard as you could play. I think that they have two superstars. AD is one of the most skilled players in the world. He's also the biggest pussy. And I think
did you see that last night? Look,
you see my video I did?
No, I put my phone down. Thank God.
Can we show the video? Just show it. Show it, Bailey, the whole thing. I'll
Here we go. Street clothes. AD gets hit in the shoulder. This motherfucker looked like he got shot. Oh my fucking God. You gotta be a real sensitive ass, fragile motherfucker, man. I ain't never seen nothing like it, dog. I mean, real shit. This motherfucker act like he got fucking shot from the grassy knoll.
Look at it.
You can't make this shit up, homie. This motherfucker act like he got the fucking DC sniper got this motherfucker. You got hit in the shoulder, homie. If you're that weak and fragile, drink some milk, motherfucker. What the fuck's going on, man? God damn, this motherfucker.
No, this motherfucker. I'm gonna be honest. Does he have osteoporosis? Like, what the fuck is going on?
This guy is such a pussy, though. Holy God.
Here's the problem.
I've never seen anything like it before, bro. It's like, as a Lakers fan, you gotta be disgusted.
He literally dominates when he plays.
Hooping on Jokic the whole series. That's what's up.
He's a baller, but he's soft as fuck, guys. Like, that's the reason. You can outplay us all you want, but in the fourth quarter, y'all crumble constantly. You have no finish.
I'm just saying the Nuggets are not going to win the championship this year, and you fucking know it, though. Y'all do not look championship ready.
Repeat, but it's okay.
Y'all don't look. Come on, hold on. Take your fan glasses off real quick, Matt. The Nuggets do not look like the same team as last year, and you know it. Without Bruce Brown, and come on, bro.
Gentleman sweep instead of a real sweep. You can talk all that shit all you want.
JB, keep it real. Do the Nuggets look as good as they did last year?
No, but I don't ever underestimate the heart of a champion. Here's the reason why.
And look, they got a team. They played a ton recently. back-to-back pretty much. And, you know, it was a really competitive series, and the Lakers have no finish. And it's just basketball to them, but it's a winning culture in Denver. That's why they do it. So,
and I'm gonna be honest,
the sweep, gentleman's sweep. So, congratulations, gentlemen.
The bottom line is Murray at the end of games could be the best closer. He might be the best closer in the game. And you have those two guys. You have those two guys in a because it's going to be a close series versus Minnesota. It's probably going to be low scoring, to be real. And it'll be like I have him at the end of the game. I feel comfortable. That's the thing. Minnesota's young, dog. Minnesota still has to go get over the hump.
Hey, they young, but they're not young. Like, the motherfuckers have.
Minnesota gave Denver problems last year in the first round. They beat them 4-1, but it was still super competitive. Every game was close. I'd imagine this will go 6 or 7. This is going to be a fucking, like, an absolute war of a series.
That boy, Ant Edwards, is a bad boy, right? That's all I'm going to say. It's going to be a hell of a series. That's all I'm going to say. It's a hell of a series.
Well, let's talk football though today. Fuck
basketball. Yeah.
Basketball's over for me.
Yeah, fuck basketball when your team sucks.
Let's dive into this antitrust thing. NIL and the antitrust policy maybe being done. The leaders of college sports are involved in deep discussions to reach a legal settlement that would likely lay out the framework for sharing revenue with athletes in a future NCAA business model. Sources told Dan Murphy at ESPN.
Really?
Now, having said that, I want to dive into something that Matt and I have been discussing for a while. And let's just pull it up, Bailey. Trent Dilfer, the head coach of the University of Alabama in Birmingham, UAB, says he wanted to pour gasoline on the sparks of a movement to organize college athletes for future potential bargaining. Last week, his team became the first full roster to sign up for Athletes Org, a budding players association, first of its kind. Where are you at with both of these things? Because they're tied hand in hand here. Where are you at with the NIL antitrust deal? Go ahead, and I want to piggyback off what you say.
I'm with it, man. I mean, look, I think the NCAA should be cut out of it, but other than that, I'm with it. Like, it's needed. The revenue sharing is needed. There's so much money out there for the players that they still don't get. And I'm excited about it. This is a positive step in the right direction, in my opinion. So, you've got to do it right now. Take advantage of the opportunity when it's lit. So, just make sure that sometimes jumping at the first opportunity isn't the best opportunity. Like, make sure you negotiate this correctly and everything's, presented correctly, and you go over it with a fine-tooth comb rather than just, oh my God, they're giving me something, and just, splurging all over yourself because you're so excited. Like, just calm down, dog. Shouldn't be your first time. So, great move. Like, this has the potential to be something that changes college football forever and puts big time money in the pockets of the players. So good. Thank God.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%, man. It's funny they mentioned that, the players union, or, so to speak, because you've been talking about that, man, on this show for how long? Like, I mean, unionized since I've been on the show, and I know probably before I even joined as well. So I think, like you said, it's a positive step in the right direction, something that should have been happened, long time ago. But it's better late than never. And we shall see how they proceed. But I'm just happy to hear that the conversations are being had.
The old school guys need to get broke in. We need some checks too. Y'all need to get paid. What's up?
Me a little something. Shit. I did. I got that video game check, and I got that what else I get? I got another little check, but I need some more.
Yeah, man. Everybody needs some more. What's up, NCAA?
Yeah, break me off a little song. I was all conference. Yeah.
What's up, man?
I was all Mac. Let me get a little check. Yeah.
How do you feel about it, Coach? I mean, the fact that kids are getting paid and it looks like they have control. I know you hate that.
Yeah, he's over there. It's like turning red. He can't breathe. He ain't said a word.
I want everybody on stipend checks.
He's never been this quiet ever during the show. This is.
I was hoping you did. I was hoping you did ask me.
Well, we asked you.
Okay, so I'm going to go in chronological order here. I want to ask you a couple things. So I want to ask Matt. I'm going to ask Matt. So let me ask you. So
Okay.
they get NIL through collectives. The NCAA is not paying. They're going to get now an antitrust that's coming from revenue sharing from either A, merchandise sales at the university, or TV contract of some sort, I would assume, would be revenue sharing. I don't know what other revenue sharing you'd get unless it's bowl money that you're getting from corporate sponsorship. So I'm not sure what the revenue sharing, I would like to see what it entails. And then 3, you guys both talk about unionizing. If you do that as well, who's coaching these motherfuckers?
The coaches?
I want to be real. I'm serious. Like, who wants to coach that?
I would rather coach the kids under a model where everybody's getting paid and there's like a structure and revenue sharing and like a salary cap than just NIL freebie, do anything, go anywhere, fucking Wild West. What is happening right now is way worse than what could potentially be set up because of this. This is a step in the right direction.
Well, I just got to see it, I guess, more. I got to see the whole, how it's going to work. Because if they're going to get everything, NIL, on their own, meaning on their own, name, image, and likeness. If it goes back to being what we're supposed to see, name, image, and likeness, jersey sales, autograph, cards, if that's what it was supposed to be, that's what Nick Saban was wanting to see. That's what the old school guys wanted to see. That's what we thought was going to be. That's not what it was. That was a lie to the public to get this whole thing going and this snowball effect to happen to what's going on now. Now we're going to have we're talking about making our players employees of the colleges. Like, so they can just, I mean, I'm just telling you, I don't want to jump to a conclusion, so I'm not going to go there. I'm just trying to figure out, if you give them all everything, what really are they going to really play for? What are they really going to put their dick in the dirt for? What are they going to really grind for? What is their investment in the game? What is their investment in the game? I just want to ask.
I really think that you're underestimating the will of the player. Like, not all these kids are turds, bro. Like, just because you
had nothing to do with turd.
But like, questioning motivation just because you get paid, like, I don't understand that. I think they'd be more motivated.
I want to play harder, right? I'm like, damn, we get money for this shit.
Like, if you know you're going to get a salary and you're on you can even get more and elevate, like there's salary cap and you're in a union and like it's being done correctly, it's even more motivating to go play correctly.
So we're seeing it get paid now. We're seeing a lot of guys getting big money.
We're seeing the top of the top get paid. You came on this show multiple times. They be saying majority of people aren't getting paid. Most NIL checks you said are $300. You said that.
Like, you said that.
Exactly my point. So the guys are getting paid.
That's not what would happen with this, though, Coach. This is revenue sharing, salary caps. Everybody get paid. This is not the just Wild West of NIL. You can do the NIL still.
So they get rid of NIL.
They can have an agency to go do it for you. Then a lot of these guys already have that. So
this is the NFL. This is the NFL, is what you're trying to say. This is the NFL.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, what they're moving towards. Yes.
So this is the NFL. So the revenue streaming will be their salary. Let's just equate it to NFL.
Yes,
The revenue streaming will be the salary. If they do unionize, they will have benefits and protection as a players union in the NFL. Okay. And then the NIL will be their side marketing promotion,
like commercials and shit. You see Travis Kelce, State Farm,
like everyone else. Yeah.
And you guys sit here today. Awesome. You really think that is conducive?
Are you kidding me?
For sending a kid?
Absolutely, bro. Yes.
I'm asking you guys. I'm just saying.
Yes.
You think that's conducive?
I don't know how you can hate on it.
I'm not hating on it. I'm asking you, do you think that this is going to be handled by coaches who actually think that they can go in there and demand and command a locker room and get the most out of that kid when that kid can sit there and look at you and say, I make more money than you. Fuck you.
How does it? Well, they make more money than coaches in the NFL, and there's no problem there. So I don't see.
It is a problem there. We're seeing it at an all-time high right now. Cast demand and trade in the NFL. We're seeing it, man. We're seeing it. We're seeing.
I'm saying players have always made more money than coaches. Is what I'm trying to say at the highest level, and we still have seen great product even when you love the game.
I get. Listen, this is just a debate. I'm not saying I'm mad at it. I don't hate it. I want to see it more. I want to see what the true finite details is. I'm sure Matt wants to see the contractual.
We all do.
I want to see it. I'm not going to hate on it. What I'm saying is, though, you're skipping over steps as to what happens. The guys that go to the NFL, Matt talks about it all the time. That was our dream. We lived, bled, and sweat that out every day in our dorm room looking at a 5x5 saying, God damn, I want to play in the NFL.
My first dream was to play at the University of Colorado, and it wasn't even close. If I would have gotten paid for it, it would have been an even bigger incentive.
There you go.
I would have loved to get paid at Ball State because my career ended at Ball State. So although I had a dream of going to the NFL, we all can't make it there, and most of us won't make it there. So if I'm able to make some money at the Division I level, playing college ball, and maximize that and do some commercials and set myself up properly post-career, I would have loved to have some six figures in my account when I left Ball State.
Five years of earning instead of waiting 5 years to get paid. That would have been fantastic.
Busted my ass at Ball State. Busted my ass, as we all did when we played, of course. So I would have loved to have some fucking money in my account.
What's so frustrating about this? And hey, Tyler O'Connor in the fucking chat. Hey, bitch, keep talking, you punk motherfucker.
You soft as hell.
What's so confusing and like aggravating about kids unionizing and revenue sharing? I don't understand it.
It's not. But I think
you're like rubbing your face like we're fucking stupid over here saying that we want to like.
Don't put words in my mouth. I'm not saying that. I'm saying is you guys are skipping over steps that we're
reacting to a report, bro. We didn't.
I know no. What I'm talking about, you going to Colorado was your first dream. Him going to Ball State and playing, dog. You guys don't even know if you would have played at those schools when money was being thrown at you. Stop. Even though it's your dream. My point is, it's not these kids' dream no more. That's not these kids' dream no more.
Yeah, it is. Every kid I work with, coach, walks in and has a dream school that they want to go to. They don't say the NFL.
Not the ones I see. Not the ones I see.
I'm sorry, but I actually work with high school kids that are going to play college football every single fucking day, and I have for the last 15 years, and I know you work with them too, but the kids these days are not all fucking turds, and all of them. When they sit down and I say, what's your goal? They give me schools they want to play at, and the opportunity to get paid never comes up. It's part of the bag. It's not the whole thing.
Come on, man. I mean, let's be honest, dog. Let's talk about national scale. Okay, listen, you got great players and great guys that you train in Colorado. I talk to guys nationally. I talk to players nationally. Nico didn't go to Tennessee from LA, from Compton. He didn't turn down USC and UCLA to go to Tennessee. He turned him down to go to Tennessee because they gave him $8 million.
No shit, but we're talking about revenue sharing and unionizing. We're not talking about the Wild West of NIL.
You're missing my point. I'm going back to your dream. I'm going back to if this was the case when you guys came out, Smitty, you don't know if you would have played at Ball State. I would still go to see you. And it ended up 3 other schools. And either does Matt. Matt could have played at 3 other schools too, along with Colorado, is my point. So I don't believe you're missing the point of my take is this. I don't disagree with anything you're saying. All I'm saying is we don't know what we would have did when money was thrown at us.
Money's a motivator. I get it.
It's not the same is what I'm saying. I don't know if this is going to be good or bad. I don't know that. We don't know that. All I'm saying is if cats are throwing money at you in a bunch of different manners, then I just want to see how it unfolds. Because right now, it's NIL pay for play. I don't believe Matt likes it. I don't believe you like it. And I don't believe I like it. I do agree. I think that
players getting paid at all.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the manner that it is happening.
I don't like the transfer portal combination of it. That's what I think we agree on. I think so. Like the combination that a player can go to Iowa first year, get paid, play here, and then go to Alabama and then go back to Iowa and then go to I don't like that aspect of it. If they can somehow change the transfer rules but keep the money, I'm kind of cool with it. Everything else,
I just don't think the dream school is the thing anymore. I know Matt sees them and talks to them here and there in Colorado. I don't know
every single kid I sign up.
What?
Every single fucking guy I sign up, I ask the question and they all have an answer. every single kid, and they're not all superstars, but come on, man. I mean, I disagree.
Yeah. I just think that, dog, I mean, look at the guys that are signed. If they had a dream school, you wouldn't see 3,600 in the portal. I mean, make it make sense. If there was a dream school by all these kids, then why are they entering the portal 3 times in one calendar year? I mean, this is a meat market, homie. Like, let's keep it real. It's a fucking meat market. These kids
it was when we played too.
And we've always been the piece of meat, but we didn't have the out. We weren't afforded or allowed to run when the tough got going. Like we had to stare it. We had to stare adversity down this fucking pipe, man.
But I don't know if I agree with that either. I watched the number 1 player in my recruiting class transfer and get a waiver from the NCAA and go play for my rival because he wasn't playing and he was a bitch and he ran for the hills. So again, every time I counter your argument, it's but. So look, dude.
You just fucking said but, homie. What do you mean? What are you talking about? You just said but the number 1 player transferred. What are you fucking talking about?
Every time I counter your arguments, it's like what I'm saying is like an enigma.
No,
it's like a one-off. Like I've been running this business for a long time. I know what I'm talking about.
I'm not saying
every kid has a dream school.
But I agree. But then at the end of the day, we shouldn't have this many transfers. Then all I'm saying is, you talk about the number 1 player leaving in the shitbird. I get it, but those are anomalies too. Back in our day, I'm saying we didn't see transfers just going like crazy.
Would have left. They would have left. I guarantee you.
I mean, we saw, like, let's be real. The first one that really blew this thing up was Russell Wilson. He left NC State to Wisconsin as a grad transfer, and that kind of started this. Guys can leave and start.
Well, did he leave, or did they say Mike Glennon was going to start over him and he had to leave to go find opportunity? That's actually what happened.
Norm Chow told me some things, and so did Noel. They were both there simultaneously as he left and came. And I've heard both stories. But he was older grad transfer, and you and I both don't think there's a problem with it. I think quarterbacks
transferring is awesome.
Yeah, I think grad transfers, especially at QB, are the one. I've said it to Smitty on this show. I think grad transfer quarterbacks are the best ones. They're actually the one. Look at what's happened with Jalen Hurts, the success he had at Oklahoma. I look at the other guys that
Joe Burrow, of course.
But it's the guys that do it. The transfer 3,600 is what alarms me. That's all I'm saying. I just think the dream school thing has to be thought of a different way. Like, I don't know if there's a dream school anymore.
Okay, so proportionately, how many players are on college football rosters? If there's only 3,600 kids in the transfer portal, proportionally, how many kids is that compared to all the kids in college football? So if you look at it and go, maybe revenue sharing and unionization and having an agent and a 401k and medical and all this, maybe that will eliminate some of the, how do I say this? Some of the fear and some of the, I need to move here, move there to get a better opportunity. Maybe it will eliminate all that too. You like every single kid that goes in the portal, I don't think all of them are just chasing the bag. I think some of them are just going in the portal.
Here's the thing. There's 16,000 student athletes that play college football.
Mm-hmm.
You got 3,600 of them are in a portal, meaning now this is the thing. The data on that would have to be so deep because you don't know if those 3,600 cats actually played a down yet. Number one, a lot of those guys hadn't even fucking played yet. Number two, I don't know out of 16,000, whatever 3,600 is, what's that, 20%, 25%? I don't know what that is. So that's a lot.
What was the question?
You said the proportionate. What's the percentage? And I'm like, well, if 3,600 out of 16,000 that play, that's about 20%. I don't know, 25%.
Well, there's only how many Division I teams are there? 120?
29, 130. And that's so. My point is this: like, if there's 16,000,
the transfer portal is open to everybody, though, right? One double.
Yeah, that's D1, D2.
Say 300 schools. And then how many kids? And then there's 100. How many scholarship kids at school? 85.
85 on Scully.
So
get
what's
walked.
300? So 300 by 85. That's 25.5. All right, and then divide that by how many fucking kids are in the transfer portal?
Like 3,600.
I'm no
So
math major.
It's like 22%, 21%. I don't know.
It's in that range. 22.5.
Here's the issue, though. Here's the issue, Matt. Here's another finite detail I just want to bring up. If there's 130 Division One, now we're just talking Division One, which everyone cares about in the room. 129 or I think 130 Division One playing schools, and we have this many kids in the portal, all trying or aspiring to go to one of those 130 Division One schools. We agree to that, right? They don't want to go to Colorado Western in the portal. Let's just be honest. They'll go there out of necessity. And I get Matt. Matt and I will both push them to Colorado Western or Mines because they're good football, and you want to go fucking play, be the guy. So guess what? These aren't bad schools. But nobody, let's be honest, seeking an NIL deal or a revenue sharing deal is trying to go to Colorado School of Mines or Azusa Pacific or whatever. They're trying to go big time. So
with revenue sharing, isn't Mines more attractive if there's revenue sharing?
I don't know what a D2 revenue sharing is going to entail. I don't understand what. I don't think people are going to go there. Well, what I'm saying is 130 schools, Matt, and you do the math here. 3,600 in the portal. It just if every school took one player, it does nothing to the portal. It doesn't put a dent in the portal. There's only 130 schools. Not everyone can go to all those schools. It's like people think 130 schools are all going to sign 10 of these kids in the portal. Right. No, they're not. They're not. These kids are sitting in the portal. Matt, this is your wheelhouse, Matt. This is your wheelhouse. What happens with those 3,600 kids that are affecting this portal? What does it do to JUCO and high school that doesn't get recruited because there's 3,600 sitting in this so-called safe haven of this is my get out of jail free card right here. I can go pluck Matt McChesney out of the portal. I don't need to recruit JUCO or high school. Like this is
it makes it monumentally harder, but
3,800 now. 3,800. Thanks, Alan. Alan has access to it. I got to hook you up too, Matt, with Alan before the show ends.
Cool.
So 3,800.
It makes it harder, but I guess I'm not like defending it. If you go in the portal and you don't have a plan, have fun sitting in the portal.
But what I'm saying is, though, what is it doing to the lower levels? It's affecting it.
Yeah, it makes
whether it's direct or indirect.
Connected back to the revenue stream though, because I'm a little lost now.
Yeah, I'm confused on what
do you mean? No. We were just talking portal and numbers.
Oh, you just okay. I thought you was connecting it back to like the revenue.
No. All I'm saying is, I'm just saying sheer numbers. What it's doing to the high school recruits and the JUCO recruits when we have a portal to pluck from year in and year out, and there's this many kids in there, it's going to directly or indirectly affect high school recruits and JUCO recruits. Yeah,
for sure. We agree.
Period. And that will ultimately affect revenue sharing for a particular amount of kids. Again, goes back to being a meat market. So, there's going to be kids that get money, but let me ask you this, Matt. Just spitball and give me your thought. Do you think revenue sharing is going to go to the kids in the portal?
Probably not.
No, they're not on a roster.
They're not on a roster. But to Matt's point, I think that's a benefit.
Hold on. It's not the NFL's fucking job to take care of NFL free agents.
Right.
That's your job as a player to be good enough to be on a team or make good decisions and not get cut or released or asked to go to the transfer portal. So if you're in the transfer portal, I'm sorry, but if you don't have a plan, it's not the schools or the team's problem anymore once you leave. This is now professional football. They can we need to just stop calling it the transfer portal and just start calling it free agency. Let's not refer to it as transfer portal anymore. This is strictly free agency. Players are getting cut or asking for their release. And if you're asking for your release, you better have a plan. And a lot of these guys don't. They're making emotional decisions. Yeah. And maybe the revenue sharing, unionizations, agents, money guys, everything that comes with the NFL maybe that will alleviate a bunch of the insecurity and emotional decision making and keep guys from spiting themselves to try and get ahead. Maybe keeps them in school, maybe keeps them on the path of overcoming adversity rather than running, because you have an adult agent in your ear telling you not to freak out and help you rather than your mom or your Uncle Phil telling you that you're right. I think that all of this is a positive, and
I just think when we mention professionals and kids, to me, I just think we're fucking with oil and water.
I mean, which one the difference between
tennis, every other fucking sport, they get to start making money the minute they hit the ground running in high school, maybe even in high school. Why are football players the only ones that can't handle it?
Then we're talking about the difference between what, a 19-year-old in college or a 21-year-old and a rookie in the NFL, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, okay, bro, that's not that big of a deal.
Well, there's a real easy way to do it. Matt, I appreciate you coming on here. I just want to end with this because I got to go. We got to take a break and get on to the next guest. I got to ask you, Matt, there's a reason why the NFL is the only professional sport you have to be out of high school for 3 fucking years too, guys. Let's be honest. This ain't fucking amateur baseball where you get a contract out of high school.
It's physical reasons.
You get hit, homie.
Because it is so physical and dangerous, don't you think we should have a union and benefits and revenue sharing, and everybody should get paid, and everybody's on a salary? Don't you think that that's a benefit for the future of the game?
I don't disagree with money. Of course. Oh, you acting like I didn't want us to get paid while we played. Like, fuck, come on. That's not the thing here. I just think we're putting the fucking horse before the buggy, or whatever they say.
I mean, I just wish you would have a little bit more faith in the guys to like be able to balance their checkbook, maybe.
Well, that's where I'm from, dog. I've seen too many failures at that specific.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't mean just because it's happening where you're from doesn't mean it's happening everywhere.
But where I'm from, to be honest, is a bigger population than Colorado, bro.
No fucking shit, man. What kind of who's comparing?
So I mean, what you just told me is I'm throwing it back at you. You're talking about specific finite.
I understand California is bigger than Colorado. I get it.
I'm not talking about that. You're just talking about the guys you train and the guys you see are gung-ho and want to play. I get that. That's because of you, Matt. I think you instill that.
It's because of them.
I think you instill that, dog, because nationally what I see, what I don't see it nationally. I don't see that same hunger that you're talking about because I'm witnessing it. We're witnessing it. Matt, we got to go, man. I appreciate you coming on Tuesday. I'll see you on tomorrow.
Peace.
Love you. Peace. Let's get right into Steve and pick up this conversation.
Right into Steve.
Yeah, let's pick it up. I want to get right to it. Steve, what up?
Hey, what's up, fellas?
Appreciate you jumping on. Hey, I want to dive into what I don't know if you got to hear that at all. Listen, I'm all for paying players. I get it, but I want the way, the style or the way we earn it, I guess, is what I would try to say is to be different. I don't know if you saw this antitrust deal go into effect. Sorry, Bailey. The leaders of college sports are basically saying that they're close to reaching a legal settlement that'll lay out the framework for sharing revenue. Now, you're a much smarter person than I want to ask you, what do you think? And Trent Dilfer's UAB team is the first team to sign up with the Players Association. What does that entail? Revenue streaming. Where is the revenue coming from that's going to go amongst 130 Division I playing schools?
Well, isn't it television? I mean, they're basically funding this, the two networks that are kind of reshaping college football. And then, if there's money involved, you're going to be asking teams now to play 12 to 16 games. You're basically turning this into professional football. So this is the next evolution. So it is what it is.
So then what happens to NIL? That becomes what you do on the free market as a promotion. You got an agent. Now you have to get agents involved. You have to get a promoter or agent or some sort of
agents involved. That's already happening. That's been in place. The NIL is supposed to be about the player that you cared about, that you'd actually buy a jersey for. Or what the collectives have become is pay for play. It's like a salary cap or a budget for each team. every major school has it. Then you got to pick up players, and that's it. But the NIL was really intended to be about the iconic player like Tim Tebow at Florida, Reggie Bush at USC, and whatever the jersey, the paraphernalia, the bobbleheads that they want to create, you could do that. But it was not supposed to be about the high school recruit that nobody would recognize on campus. I just, they let the genie out of the bottle so quick, and basically what you have now is anarchy.
Yeah,
I agree.
That's true.
Hey, Smitty, you and Steve take it for a minute and talk that Mike Tyson thing.
Yes, sir. What's going on, Steve?
What's going on, Darnell?
Not too much, man. When we talk, we got to talk a little bit of boxing. So I saw this online. It looks like some rules have gotten, I guess, shifted and changed or updated for the Mike Tyson-Jake Paul fight. And apparently this is an officially sanctioned professional fight, which will result on their actual official records. The fight will consist of 8 2-minute rounds. Fighters will wear 14-ounce gloves. No headgear, and knockouts will be permitted. Does this, I guess, with these new updates, does this make you a little bit more interested in the fight, knowing that it's actually counting against their records? I guess one would assume that maybe Tyson would take it a little bit more seriously now that he knows it could go against his record.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't really care about it either way. And my attitude is whatever happens, happens. None of this really impacts me one way or the other. But look, professional boxing, in my view, with men at the heavyweight level or above 140 pounds should be 10-ounce gloves, 3-minute rounds. That's it. No headgear, no nothing. Everyone's allowed to tee off on each other. I don't know why they need to even really sanction this. This is a bit of an event, an exhibition. This doesn't really change my view on it. I hope Mike Tyson tries to knock Jake Paul's head off. Hope he doesn't get embarrassed out there. But if it's not 3 minutes and you're wearing 14-ounce gloves, in my view, even though it's still dangerous, someone can still get hurt. To me, that's not real professional boxing.
So for all the common fans here, like, I guess explain just the huge difference between the 10-ounce gloves and the 14-ounce gloves in terms of this impact.
14-ounce gloves is almost like what you use for sparring. Basically, you use about 16, but 14 is heavy gloves, something that you'd have to hit the heavy bags. I think my gloves that I use are like 16, and they're bigger. They're bigger in the circumference, bigger padding. Now, they still hurt, and you could make an argument that there's more weight behind it, but in terms of hitting clean across the knuckle and really hitting on the sweet spot, it is a little bit different. But the general rule is above 140 pounds, which is what junior welterweight, you go from 8 to 10-ounce gloves, even as a heavyweight. So on a heavyweight, a 10-ounce glove, that's pretty good. That's like that's a real weapon. And even with 14, look, you would not want Mike Tyson hitting you with anything. Okay, It'll still feel like a frying pan. But again, in my view, men's boxing should be 3 minutes. 10-ounce gloves.
Point blank, period.
And what are they fighting with? I missed the combo.
14.
Yeah. 14. That's heavy.
14-ounce gloves. But basically, they changed the rule. They updated the rules, JB. Here it goes, where the fight is officially sanctioned professional fight. So it will be recorded on their official records. Knockouts are allowed. No headgear. 8 2-minute rounds, 14-ounce gloves. So I think the reason why they're doing it is to try to sell this thing more, to get more people interested in it. Again, the one would just assume that since it is an officially sanctioned fight and not an exhibition, that both parties will take the fight a little bit more seriously. I guess we'll see.
So Steve, is this going to pay-per-view now, or is it still Netflix?
No, I think it's Netflix. But look, the people that are going to be interested in this are the casual fans. I'm not so sure they really care if it's sanctioned or not. Look, there's going to get a lot of attention. I hope they put together an undercard that at least the hardcore fans will be interested in. And I understand there's going to be a couple of fighters that are going to be on the undercard from other promoters. They have to work out the details. So there's going to be some stuff there. It's just not going to be a bunch of YouTubers against other influencers. There's going to be some prospects and some real legitimate professional prize fighters involved. But, the circus acts don't really bother me, but they don't really interest me either way. So, it is what it is.
Talking about real fighters, though, there's a real big time fight coming up this weekend, right? Canelo, Cinco de Mayo. What are your early thoughts on this fight? I've been seeing Canelo been posting his little videos, him training. He's looking good. He's making his weight. Never had a problem with that. But just what are your initial, I guess, pre-fight thoughts?
Well, it's a fight. I think it's a pretty good fight because Munguia is going to go out there and be exciting. He's 6 years younger. He's got a lot less miles on the odometer. There's going to become a time when Canelo, who is now going to be fighting his 65th professional fight. Now, I think he's going to be the last of the real stars to have that many fights because most guys now are going to stick within 30 to 40 because they fight so infrequently at a very young age after they win their first world title. Over time, there is erosion. There's physical erosion where fighters then level off and then they decline. Will this be the night? That is the question. When we watched the fight against Charlo back in September, I got the sense that, yeah, he's no longer at his apex. He's not the guy he was maybe 3-4 years ago, but that is to be expected. He's now 33 years old. You never know. And Munguia has an active style. I think there's a pathway for Munguia to be very competitive here. I liked what I saw with Freddie Roach against John Ryder. But here's the thing. Munguia has to understand one thing. Less is more. That at times just throwing 8-punch combinations and sticking right inside the pocket, now you're beginning to really open yourselves up and understanding one thing. Canelo wants you to be in that pocket throwing punches because he's a really good counter puncher. So there are times where he's going to have to be disciplined to throw 3 or 4 punch combinations and just slide back off and make Canelo move his feet and reset. He's going to have to completely change his identity at times and actually be the boxer, believe it or not.
It's funny. I for some reason I thought Canelo was older than 33. He's been fighting for so long. I thought he was like 37 for some reason.
Well, in boxer's age, he might be. I keep this in mind. He began boxing as a teenager. He's been a boxer for more than half his life. I believe he began his career with the looser rules in Mexico at 15 or 16. So he could literally say more than half my life I've been punching for pay.
Damn. Because I remember when he fought Floyd like over a decade ago, right?
2013.
Yeah, I was at Buffalo Wild when he was watching that fight. I'm like, who's this Canelo kid?
And
now
2013. How time flies. That is now. It's about 10 years because that was September of 2013.
That's insane, man. Wow. We'll see, man.
Steve, I got to transition here to the NFL with you real quick. In your opinion, just from hearing or seeing what you saw, I'm sure you didn't just stare at the goddamn draft board all weekend, like I didn't. Who do you think came out favorable or had good grades as far as the draft? Jeff Nadu thinks Washington had one of the better drafts. They took 2 Qs. One could be maybe switched positions. We don't know. A great athlete in Hendon Milton. And then they took the old man fucking from Notre Dame. So what do you think Washington, how do you think they did?
They did okay. Look, they got their quarterback of the future who I think fits with Clint Kingsbury. I think the Steelers got a lot of value. Every one of their draft choices seemed to be a value pick. They got at least 3 starters. Look, I like the fact that Detroit moved up and got a cornerback. I thought their back-end play last year was an issue. And I'm a big fan of Brad Holmes. He is the modern-day Ozzie Newsome. That guy has an unbelievable batting average. If you look at his drafts the last 3-4 years, early round picks, mid-round picks, even free agents, he's done a really good job. And they needed a cornerback. They may have gotten a guy that's a day one starter. I think the Rams are going to be pretty good this year.
Yeah.
The Rams, they have stocked up because it's clear Matt Stafford still has a lot of gas left in his tank. They got a number 1 receiver last year. They got a good running back last year. So that looks like a team that's going to be able they're going to be okay. Post Aaron Donald, they're not going to fall off the cliff. The Raiders are interesting. They got Brock Bowers. Now they have Brock Bowers. They have George Kittle 2.0 and baby Gronk. They just need a guy that can get him the ball. And I tell you, a pick that I liked because they stayed disciplined to what they needed, the Jets. Everyone thought the Jets were going to get Bowers, but for them to get Olu Fashanu, I thought that was a disciplined draft choice because if your goal is to protect Aaron Rodgers and to fortify that offensive line, which was awful, I think that was a really, really solid pick. It may have not been glitzy, may have not been glamorous, but I think eventually they did the right thing.
Yeah, I think Bowers is the pick of the draft for the Raiders. I think the Raiders and Bowers was the single best, most impactful pick in the whole draft, just by breaking down football.
If they can get, because again, they have Bowers now. Gronk showed some promise. They still have Devontae Adams. Now you got to get a quarter. Isn't it Gardner Minshew? Right?
They got
Aiden O'Connell.
I like Aiden. I think Aiden is going to be the guy.
Well, either one. Look, Gardner's going to give you serviceable play. I don't know if he's ever going to be your long-term answer, but he could be a good bridge quarterback. And if O'Connell surprises, then that's your starting quarterback.
I think he's a backup. I think he's going to be the backup. I think he's comfortable in that role. That's my opinion. I don't know. I like Aiden O'Connell. Like I said on the show, buddies of mine coached him, and they say he can make every throw. And he got his feet wet last year. We'll see. Do you think they will regret not drafting a quarterback? Because, listen, I don't understand. I don't get – they could have moved up to try to get Penix. They could have moved up to get somebody. But I don't believe – I think AP I know AP well. I think he thinks the same way. I don't know if he thinks there's a quarterback in this draft that could help that team. Like, the Raiders are not just one quarterback away from winning it all. So I don't believe I think he thinks that way. Like, all right, let me build with assets, build this roster for the long haul because I think I'm going to be here. They're going to give me this autonomy. I don't know if they're just a quarterback away or a tight end away. They're guys away. So they have to address some spots.
4 or 5 of the quarterbacks may have been overdrafted. So sometimes you just got to stick with the board. Mm-hmm. And if you wanted to jump, look, there were actually mock drafts that did not have Michael Penix, who I liked in the first round, and the Falcons took him top 10. So that's going to be something that's really interesting. That dynamic of paying a quarterback 9 figures on a long-term deal and then drafting someone in the top 10 in the same off season. I've never actually seen anything like it. But if you're the Raiders, look, you got the best player available that was probably without injuries a top 5 pick in my view.
Right.
So I don't know. I don't take a quarterback just to take a quarterback. I think a couple of those teams did.
Yeah, I agree to 100%. I think if Michael Penix was available at that 13th pick, I think Raiders would have picked Penix, but since he wasn't available, like you said, Steve, there's no point in just getting a quarterback just to get a quarterback. At that point, it was so many quarterbacks that were taken already in that top 10, and who was left? That's the question. Who was left?
Let's dive into that take. So we've got everybody else's take. I got to get yours on this whole Falcon thing. Tomorrow, Michael Lombardi will be on the show to discuss it because he kind of went at Dan Orlovsky defending it, and he's like, no, there's no defending this. Even if he doesn't play for 4 years, you're on the hook to pay him for a 5th. So, it doesn't make sense either way. He doesn't see how it makes sense at all. I had a take yesterday that I haven't heard from anybody yet, and I want to ask you. Do you think that the NFL given them a pass this year over the whole tampering thing with Cousins? Do you think they know it's coming down the pike and they have no other opportunity to get another QB, so they took him now? And maybe that's a rationale? I don't know. I'm just asking. I'm curious to see how this is going to play out.
Tampering is just going to cost them a draft choice and money. I don't think it's going to cost them Kirk Cousins. I can't see it.
Yeah.
So
no, I just mean drafting a quarterback to back him up in the future. They may not be able to get.
You're always a play away from having that second quarterback play, but. Look, if you're going to compare this, and me and Whitlock talked about this, if you're going to compare this to what the Packers did with Jordan Love and Aaron Rodgers, the difference is those guys were in their drafted in the mid-20s. They were not top 10 picks. Right. I mean, this was the 8th pick in the draft.
And much younger. They were both very young compared to this year.
So, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of reminiscent of when Jimmy Johnson took Troy Aikman number 1, and then in the supplemental draft took Steve Walsh. But everyone knew one of those guys was going to get traded, and I think everyone knew it was going to be Walsh. They just did not, that was a thing where there was familiarity. Steve Walsh had played at the University of Miami for Jimmy, but I think Jimmy even knew the limitations, but they were able to parlay that pick. He got traded to the Saints for a couple number 1s and a 2. They're not doing that. I think they're actually just going to stick with Penix and develop him. But again, we have to really study what is the cap hit And how is that deal structured for Kirk Cousins? If much of that money is structured early on, and you've already paid him the first 2-3 years, look, there's a chance he may not be there for years 4 and 5 of that deal.
Yeah, because if I'm not mistaken, it's $100 million guaranteed over the first two. So in a sense, it's like a 2-year, $100 million deal. We like the whole totality of the contract looks good, but if it ain't guaranteed, I don't really count it. So like to me, I just think they're planning they're trying to compete now while also preparing for their future. Instead of having a situation where, let's say, Kirk Cousins is there for 2 years and then he lays an egg, or God forbid he gets hurt and then he moves on and now they're stuck with no quarterback again. Like, no, we're going to still compete now, get our guy for the future, develop him, let him sit behind Kirk Cousins, learn from him, get experience. So then when Kirk Cousins is done or we move on from him, boom, Penix can jump in. He already has experience. It won't be a huge drop off, hopefully, and we can keep the ball rolling. I think the Falcons have so many weapons already on that team, specifically offensively, that they weren't pressed to like go out there and say, hey, we got to get Kirk Cousins another weapon. I mean, on paper, they're loaded with talent with Drake London and Bijan Robinson and all these cats on offense. Now, the argument is they could have used some help on the defensive side, which I agree. They could have got like a top pass rusher or something out there on the edge, and you never know like what that could have done to help your team out. But I'm not mad at them drafting a quarterback. I think Michael Penix makes sense for Atlanta. And I mean, we know if you don't have a quarterback in this league, it don't matter what else you got, you're not going to win. You're not going to be successful. There's nothing worse than that bridge of your quarterback leaving and trying to figure it out. As a Colts fan, when Andrew Luck surprisingly retired, we haven't bounced back since. I'm hoping that AR5 is that guy to help us bounce back, but we're still trying to figure out answers. So it's a bad feeling. So I understand a franchise, they want to try to fill that gap into where they don't have to go through that.
Yeah, and look, Kirk Cousins is coming off a season-ending injury.
Yes.
He's at the twilight of his career. He's not at his prime. Look, he's still very effective, but you never know. But, you know, Penix has a good head on his shoulders, though. He's a mature young man. There's another guy. You got to be able to understand, can this kid handle not playing and actually be willing to learn and be an apprentice? We're going to see. It seems like he can. We'll see. This is the new NFL. I mean, Smitty, there was no defensive drafted player into the first 15 picks.
Until my coach, we got the first pick,
maybe the Falcons didn't really like anyone at that spot.
Yeah, that's true.
Here's the thing, though. Like, you can't prepare for the future and get better with the quarterback pick. It can't happen. You have too many holes, so you're not getting better as a team with that pick. Number one. You can prepare for the future with that pick. You can't get better as a team right now for a $100 million guy you just signed coming off an injury to better the team around him. So it doesn't make sense to me, number one. Number two, you just did Desmond Ridder and got rid of his ass for nothing. You just drafted a quarterback and had this whole thing blow up in your face. So, like, to me, the pick itself is kind of just ironic. I can't wait to hear Michael Lombardi tomorrow. But let me dive into it a little deeper, Steve. So you took this pick and you made this pick and you drafted a QB just 2 years ago with Desmond Ridder. You just got rid of him. We've seen this quarterback carousel. We're getting rid of guys for basically nothing over the time frame of we've seen Pickett, Ridder, Sam Howell, Justin Fields. I mean, we're getting rid of quarterbacks at an all-time high that we just drafted, Steve. Like, do you think that we're trying to get you think we're putting the pace back in the tube here? Do you think the NFL is trying to do that with this pick? Because what I mean is, are we trying to sit a guy finally and learn and do an Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes model, Tom Brady model, Drew Bledsoe, or are we going to really sit here and hold this guy who's 24 years old, who in modern day football gets drafted to play now that we've been seeing anyway? Trevor Lawrence. All these young kids that come into play, Kyler Murray, all these guys. So we're asking this guy, who you and I both think is really good, can spin it, to sit 4 or 5 years? I never heard of it. Not in this era. Now, I'm not mad at it if it happens and we put the pace back in the tube, but I don't know if all of a sudden the Falcons are going to be that team to do it.
Yeah, I mean, look, this may be an anomaly, but we saw this with Josh Rosen. If they don't think you can play, they're just going to replace you. That's it. I don't think there's any one way that's going to be done. I mean, look, Steve McNair did not play till his third year. They had Chris Chandler, and they basically redshirted him in 95 and 96. So that's just kind of the way of the world. It's changed a little bit. I mean, but then Troy Aikman played every snap, or at least he played snap one in a very tough rookie year. But look, the bottom line is this. The way the NFL salary cap is structured, you'd like to play with the young quarterback on their first contract. But at the same time, if that kid doesn't show signs of life, like a Desmond Ridder, who was not a first-round draft choice, you're not going to be guaranteed to actually live the life of your contract with that franchise.
Let's dive into some college football. I want to dive into this one. This kid apparently has came out, Xavier Smith. We just had Matt on. We didn't get to this, but he said, I was actually getting mad, like tears coming to my eyes because, bro, you never even tried to get to know me. Xavier calls out Deion Sanders. And he said he was destroying guys' confidence and being in them and belief in themselves the way he did it. It could have been done with a little more compassion. So this is one of the times that I'm going to defend Deion, and this is the kid that I've been talking about for years. Like, we've coddled these kids so much in high school and so much with the portal, and now in this NIL era. Deion is running a professional football organization at Colorado, it seems like, with the mercenary hires and fires. And now we got these kids that come out and do this. This is what the kid landscape really is. I've been saying this for years. We are a bunch of soft kids who want to jump in the portal anytime we get yelled at, anytime we're asked to do something. And this is the other side that people don't talk about. They only talk about, oh, everyone's leaving Deion. I want to know if Deion's doing something that you and I may like, Steve, and holding kids accountable and being on their ass. I wonder if a lot of those kids are leaving from that reason.
Yeah, well, look, there's nothing different at Colorado is taking place than at any other school. Most major schools are now going to lose at least 10 to 15 guys, and they're going to bring in 10 to 15 guys. You're either going to upgrade or you're jettisoning bad. I don't say bad. You're jettisoning dead weight. It's happening at every single program. Now, this is look, you wanted this to become pro football because once you say we need to get paid, guess what? You are now playing professional football. There is, in essence, now a waiver wire. You are now getting unconditionally released. Miami had a guy, Savion Riley, seemed like a nice young man, came from Vanderbilt. He came in on the winter transfer portal. So he'd been at Miami for 3 months. He just went back to the transfer portal, and I keep thinking to myself, you were at Vanderbilt. That's a good education. You're still playing SEC football. You were starting at Vanderbilt. Were you better off just staying there and saying, you know what, I get to play some SEC football. I get to earn a Vanderbilt degree. I'm good here. Now he's going to be on his third school probably in 8 months. You were better off where you were.
Let me ask you.
I mean, I think this has been a slippery slope that a lot of people did not understand what was taking place. And I'm in group chats with guys that are pretty connected. If you're a high-priced NIL player coming in as a freshman, within a year or two, if you do not live up to that NIL deal, they're going to make a demand of you. Either take less on your NIL or you're going to get out of here. Well, this is what I don't know. Look, they thought they wanted this. They didn't want this part. Like, if you're going to be one of those guys with $1 million NIL package, you better be in that too deep within the first year or two and be making significant or sufficient progress as a player, or you may be asked to either change your deal or leave. I hate to see it this way. There's no more development. There's no more team building for the most part. This is today's college football.
I want to know why Roger Goodell in the NFL hasn't got with the powers that be at the college level and said, you are making the ultimate prize, the NFL, the ultimate watch, the NFL, a very, very watered down product. I want to know why that hasn't occurred.
I don't know if that's his job. I really don't. His job is to worry about the league. I don't know. He's got enough problems.
I don't know if that's not the league though. I mean, that's what the league is. That's your where you get your blood life. I don't know. It's like recruiting college. This is what I equate it. Okay, this kid left Deion. Just talked about how shitty it was. We don't have. You just said development was a key word you used. That's the lack of now. I also think the lack of actual relationship building in the recruiting process is taking a huge hit. We don't understand how to recruit kids. We're not a very good judge of talent or character in this mercenary business. It's an impossibility. You can take a shot at it, but if I don't know Steve Kim over 3 years, I'm really not going to try to sign you. Now we're doing it in 3 weeks. We're signing guys out of the portal in 3 weeks. There's no way. And you're wondering why this is a turnover like it is in a meat market. And kids are saying this because coaches can't really do the deep dive into understanding them. Now you fast forward to the NFL, to my point, the same thing's happening. Roger Goodell should say, hey, we're getting a guy we really don't know. There is a lack of juniors in the draft, Steve, because of what the portal is doing at the college level. Now the NFL draft is being affected by the lack of juniors. And now we have a huge issue. There's a space here. And I don't know if people understand what that's doing. I think that's why this NFL draft that just happened, to me, was the most blah, vanilla I've ever seen. It lacked star power. I thought it lacked star power. I thought it lacked substance and depth. And I don't just mean I just mean by 14 offensive players being taken in the first 14 picks, to me, is a telltale sign. Because either A, Steve, I'm not worried about the quarterback beating my corners, so I'm not going to take corners until later. Or C, or B, I'm worried about the trenches, and we're going to just start to take the Harbaugh model, run the football next year. We might see more running the football next year than we have seen in a long time, in my opinion, at least by the teams that win. So I think it's a direct correlation in some aspects. I don't know if this is sustainable, man. I think Steve and I could be sitting here in the lounge playing poker only in 3 or 4 years while the games are on in the backdrop.
Yeah, I mean, look, in my view, you got to limit the number of transfers. In my view, I would do 2 things. I'd say scholarship should be multi-year contracts now.
Yeah.
It actually might protect the player from getting cut. Number 2, NILs, I think, have to be specific to a geographic region. I think it's already written that way, that you have to be within 5 miles of a certain area code or you're not getting the NIL. Also, I'd say you get to transfer once. And I'd even say if you transfer, you sit out a year. You can do whatever you want, but you're going to sit out a year and you get one transfer. This ability to transfer multiple times. And, these players, and another thing, you don't get to play 7-8 years. Get moving. You've already done the system. You're not John Blutarski. Get out of here. You've gotten your degrees, and if you haven't, shame on you. Let someone else get that education and go through the process. But I don't know if any of that's ever going to happen. It is what it is. But generally now, every college player, it's like pro football, but you're on a 1-year contract. And if you are not pulling your weight, you are on the verge of getting cut, unfortunately. Reality.
I want to go back to the 2022 draft, just 2 years ago. Trayvon Walker, I believe, was the pick. The DN was number 1 pick, wasn't he?
Yeah, from Georgia.
Okay, he was the number 1 pick. And then Aiden Hutchinson went next. And then Derek Stingley, the corner from LSU, went next. And then Ahmad Gardner, Thibodeau. And then it went heavy offense. It went number 6 was the El Kanua cat, NC State. Evan Neal, the offensive tackle at Alabama. Drake London went 8. Then you had Charles Cross, the big tackle from Mississippi State. You had Garrett Wilson. You had Chris Olave. You had Jameis Williams. And then you had Jordan Davis getting back to defense. And then you had Kenyon Green, offensive guard. Jahan Dotson, wideout. Guard, wideout, tackle. QB and Kenny Pickett went 20th. First quarterback off the board. My point is this, Steve. Those guys, if you look at those corners and receivers that were taken, well, the wideouts are comparable in my opinion now. But the corners were all juniors or older. They went through the process, and they were basically at some schools for a couple years, even though there was still the portal era. But 2022 to now, look at the corners and look at the talent level. In my opinion, the reason there were no corners off the board, because they don't look at them like Stingley. They don't look at them like Sauce Gardner. They don't look at them like these other guys. I don't know if the portal is diluting the talent because of your point.
It probably is. But look, next year we might have 10 defensive players.
Right. Every draft is different.
So, look, this is offensive era football. So you're always going to have offense. By the way, this is a comment that is in the chat. What the heck does a geographical area have to do with a player capitalizing off their name, image, and likeness? Okay, dickhead, let me explain this to you. Because the NIL is not actually about name, image, and likeness for the most part. It's about pay for play. This is what the collectives are. Okay, dickhead, not you two, this guy. 99% of the players, 0.9, you would not recognize. Deion Sanders says it all the time. The direct NIL with the collectives that are going to the players are money raised by schools and boosters and all their alums to pay a player. That's the truth. The Canes collective is playing a Miami Hurricane, not because they're famous, because they want them to play. So that's why, because I'm a realist. Dickhead, back to the show.
There it is.
Good job, Steve. I love that.
No, I'm just being honest about it. If you're going to be that naive about it, Deion Sanders has said it best. Less than 5 players you'd recognize out in the street because we have 2 of them. It's the truth. This is pay for play. And if I am a Canes collective, yeah, I care about you as long as you play for Miami in the city of Coral Gables. As soon as you transfer, I want to cut you off. You're dead to me. That's just the way it is.
This is the thing about it. I've been saying this for years. I learned this from my brief stint in mini camps. Like on Tuesdays in the NFL, they do marketing. They do how you talk to the media. They do how not to say and how to say and you get rid of these short words. They teach you all these things. They also sit down with you and talk about money management.
Right.
And dog, we wear helmets, Steve. You don't know Will Shields if he walked into Walmart.
Right.
Greatest O-lineman of all time, possibly.
Right.
Like,
by the way, if I'm a collective and you transfer, I'd be honest. I was like, bro, we like you as at our school. Now, yes, you can go to that new school, get whatever deal you want. I'm trying to be more honest about this than most people. The NIL is pay for play. It is now where individual schools all have a different budget, which is fine. And I don't really like it. I wish it was the old way where you could develop players. But all these people saying, well, Miami's in the transfer portal. Yeah, hey, Einstein's. Everyone's in the transfer portal. I never said I was against it. This is the system. I mean, these are morons that probably think the NFL, well, I wish my team would never go into free agency. Right. And you're probably below average intelligence if you think that. I hate the system, but whatever system there is, you have an obligation as a head coach and as a university to exploit the hell out of it. And that's the unfortunate part.
Yeah, I agree. Before you leave here, let me ask you this. Give me just your thought or your rationale as to why this could be possible. Nebraska has yet to lose one kid to the portal. Why?
Well, obviously kids must like their situation. I like Matt Rule. I think Matt Rule's going to do a good job. I think Matt Rule is one of the better coaches in college football. I don't think he was built for the NFL. I think he learned that relatively quickly. And the job he did at Temple, I thought was one of the best I've seen. And maybe he is recruiting guys that actually want to be there, though. That's the other thing. No matter what your NIL deal is, you better go to the school you want to, that you fit, that fits you, your system, your talent, your personality, and the culture. That's why Cormani McLean at Colorado, I never had a good feeling about that. Never. By the way, I don't think he would have fit in at Miami. I think the kid's got a lot of growing up to do. And now he's being viewed as toxic. He's actually having problems landing somewhere. But Matt Rule may have an understanding of what he wants, because Nebraska is one of those places. It is not glamorous. It isn't. But you're going to get great facilities. You're going to be in a place that's a college atmosphere. And I think they still do NIL. So if you can handle that, maybe you're just better off just staying there and just saying, you know what, let me develop fully as a Nebraska Cornhusker.
Yeah. Okay, I'm a liar. They had their first one enter the portal. Shut the
All
fuck
right,
up.
they had one guy.
Idiots.
But everyone's going to lose somebody. The fact that you have players going from USC to UCLA back to USC, if I'm USC, I wouldn't have taken that guy back. That guy Ford. I'd say, you know what, you're kind of a traitor. It's bad enough that you can go in conference. You're going to a school that's a direct competitor.
Right.
Now you want to come back. I would just say, look, you're free to play football. You're just not welcome here.
I'm curious if there's two ways I look at it. Nebraska, I don't know. Okay, first of all, it's not a recruiting hotbed anymore. It used to be. You used to have a ton of LA kids going up from LA.
New Jersey, Texas. They used to be big nationally.
Great fan base. Probably maybe the greatest in all of sports, in my opinion. They sold out, I don't know how many in a row. That place is amazing. If you've never been there, it's unbelievable. But the town's a shithole. I mean, let's be honest. The state just got ravaged by tornadoes again. Listen, if it's not corn, it's a tornado. It's not a great place. The bottom line is, though, are these players good? Maybe nobody's poaching them? Or has he created a culture in a short 1 year time that we just don't see anymore?
Well, it could be both. They weren't very good last year. I mean, look, you need to have coveted players. Look, if you don't have players that are being poached, you're probably a little bit thin in the talent department because I'm sure that goes on everywhere. But, look, at the end of the day, if you're not in the portal, you're playing one hand tied behind your back. And if you don't have an NIL collective and you really think this is about a player's name, image, and likeness, it's not. You better have a payroll system. The money that used to be basically under the table, you're now doing over the table. Because for anyone that says NIL is real, that's you're being incredibly naive, and I question your intelligence. Because unless you're a Tim Tebow or a guy such as, like, let's say Georgetown when they had Pat Ewing, none of these guys would be getting endorsement deals from corporate entities. They're getting collective money. It's pay for play. Let's just call that for what it is.
Yeah, it is.
That's a fact. 100%.
Hey, Steve, I appreciate you. What do you got going this week? Where are you watching the fight at?
I'm not sure yet, but I'm not going to it, but I'll be watching it somewhere.
Let me know. I'll do something. All
right, we'll get together. We'll talk.
All right. Talk to you.
All right, guys. See you.
Later. All right, peace, Dave.
G Wizzle, shut the fuck up. It's not a nice town. It's not a nice town. And the first guy entered the portal yesterday. Oh, sorry, I wasn't up to date. You fucking idiot.
I think everybody was just letting you know, JB. I didn't see nobody talking shit. They were just letting you know that, hey, JB, a guy entered the portal, and there's a Husker fan who said two guys joined.
Read the comment. So the first one was, you're a liar. The first one entered yesterday. The second one was some other clown ass fucking remark. Just say, hey, you know what you should have said? Hey, JB, the first one entered the portal. Oh, okay,
that's what I saw. I didn't see the liar one, so my fault. I did. A lot of people commented on it, so that's why I was like, hold on.
They're fucking idiots. By the way, let's take a break. I'm gonna get me a coffee.
Yeah, I need a break. Golly, it's been a loaded show.
You don't need no break. You don't need no break.
Yeah, bro. I need to get up and stretch sometime.
I don't need a break.
It's not good to sit down. Well, you can stay on. I'm gonna go ahead out and come back. It's not good to sit down for a long time and mess your back up. And you need to get up and stretch out. I ain't drinking no water I ain't got my cup with me. I'm dehydrated. I need a Pop-Tart. I need a few. I'm a black man, JB. Black man, we gotta move around, get our blood. It's different. It's different blood flow. White people, y'all can do this for 24 hours straight. White people do the craziest shit, JB. Y'all will fucking. I saw a white man play chess for 72 hours straight, broke the all-time record. Y'all jump out of planes. Y'all climb mountains with no rope attached to you. Y'all do some of the all-time like heroic shit. And hey, kudos to y'all. But black people, we don't do that shit. We need breaks. And when we break, we break. Hit that like button, man. Join Winnable, man. Subscribe right now. We got big time bets going in tonight. We need 5 more people to join the Winnables. Drop the link in there. We get a chance. Bailey, Kung Fu Hillbilly, join. And when we come back, we got a lot more to talk about, man. I'm going to keep on clicking, JB.
Why your camera just went out?
Ezekiel Elliott to the Cowboys. How important of a move is that? Do you like it? Do you hate it? We got so much more, man. Y'all stay tuned. We'll be back in 5. Peace.
I don't know if you've seen it, but in Seattle has something going on with the judicial department.
Let me check on that.
So we were talking May 6th, 8:45?
Yeah.
That works for me.
All right.
Do I need to sign anything?
No.
I'm just out of here. My comment about my client?
Yeah.
I just met her. She's really nice. She's really smart. She sounds like she's got the right idea about things. I really support what she's up to, and I think it's fabulous. How about that?
God, she's accused of, what is it, criminal trespass?
In the first degree, yes.
Is she innocent or guilty?
She's innocent, of course.
She's innocent, okay. Well, she's caught on video being arrested and protesting and allegedly protesting. So I'm trying to get all sides. So
my client has pled not guilty. My name is Stephanie Mueller. I'm in the directory for the Washington State Bar Association.
Its name is Stephanie.
What was her voice? What was her voice so deep?
Its name is Stephanie. This is why women cannot coach men in the NBA, Smitty. This is what you have to understand is what's coming down the pipe, Smitty. This is why the women cannot be the head coach. Let me retract my statement. Women can coach in the NBA, and I think they should. They're very capable. I don't believe a woman should be a head coach of men in any sport because of situations like this. The delusion is flooding our brains. The delusion is flooding our brains. Did you drink? Are you okay? Because you had a lot of drink there. The delusion is flooding our brains. Did you see that motherfucker's nipples? The motherfuckers was hard as shit.
Bro got triple Z's.
But look how the nipple just poking out like it's like a laser beam.
It can shoot out of him.
There's no way I could call that thing Stephanie.
If she put her hands on you, like, what would you do?
I choke the shit out of it. I'm just saying, dog. Like, imagine Smitty, real shit. Like, I've been falsely accused of things, right? I'm sure we all have. But legality-wise, criminally, I've been accused falsely. Mm-hmm. And I had to say, fuck no, I ain't pleading to shit that I didn't do, which I did. And, of course, I won. Clearly, no issue. Here's the problem I have. Imagine come out of court and that motherfucker greets you as your public defender. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? Well, my name is Stephanie, and I'm here to get you off all fucking charges. Are you ready to? Are you ready to fight this good fight? Motherfucking titties is out in your face. Motherfucker got titties and nipples. Hey, my name is Stephanie. I'm ready to fight the good fight. Are you? I'm also ready to fucking club the fucking offensive tackle and put that motherfucker in the QB's lap. Are you ready?
Why you sound like a superhero? Why your voice sound like a superhero?
Did you hear that motherfucker? Homie, did you hear the fucking voice? I mean, it's unbelievable. Just reenact this with me. Like I'm walking out, okay? I just got fucking horrible news. Jason Brown, please stand. Yes, Your Honor. We are charging you with the felony accusations of ABCD. How do you plead? Not guilty, Your Honor. Please be your arraignment will be set for February 21st. Please go outside and meet with your public defender as what is it? She is awaiting you. Okay, thank you, Your Honor. Okay, I'm gonna walk out.
Bailey, cue it up. Bailey, show what I'm walking out to. I'm walking out to court. I'm walking out to meet my fucking public defender. And what is your name, sir?
She sounds like she's got the right idea about things. I really support.
Excuse me? What? 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 Judge, convict me now! Please take me to jail!
We are back. We are back. First one here. First one here. Loaded show. What's going on, Callie? 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 How you doing, girl? How you doing, girl? Oh yeah, Callie. Watch my underarm. Ooh, blow your nose, Callie. Ash, I see you, Ash. Yeah. What's going on, Ash? What's going on, Callie? Yeah. That might be the new NPC. Do it with the dogs with you, JB. That might be how we get the studio right there.
You gotta go lay down. We're not done yet. You got a whole hour.
They both hungry and excited.
We got 2 more hours with Smitty left.
Down there. Hey, our show is down there 4 hours. We do a 3.5 hour show with one break. We the best show on planet Earth. Y'all ain't getting this shit nowhere else. We love y'all. And y'all can't hit the damn like button. We give you 3.5 hours of the dopest you've ever can get anywhere. And you can't even hit the like button, Pac-Man 1040. Brian Nichols, gifted. Y'all can't hit the damn like button. We give you 3.5 hours. Make it make sense, homie. Golly. I don't get it.
What do you want to do? We get in the studio.
All right, let's keep it real.
Look, I can buy it. I can get it right now in my own pocket. Like I can get it, but we got to have the shit to go in it though.
I know. In a perfect world, all right, let's keep it real. Let's act like it's me and you on here. The fans not even here. In a perfect world, where you're sitting at right now will be the perfect studio. It would save money, everything. The drive isn't realistic
For me?
For me, because I have to work.
Oh, I know.
So the real brass tacks is we need to get a certain amount of brand dollars or sponsorship dollars that would sponsor our show for like a year, 2 years straight, to where you get a big ass, you get a nice check, I get a nice check, we got money for Bailey, and then now it makes sense to where I can drive out there daily and I won't have any issues, if you catch my drift.
That ain't gonna happen currently how we are though.
So all right, cool. So plan B, studio, yes. I think the studio does make sense. You're saying, well, we gotta have the stuff to put in there. So now it's another fee. Because we gotta pay for the furniture. Then we gotta pay for the mics. Then we gotta make sure the cameras is there. And then we gotta, so there's a lot of moving pieces that has to happen. And then even when we do get all that and we are in person, there is no guarantee that anything's gonna change in terms of viewership and or brand dollars coming. It would just mean we're in person. The show will be better. I do guarantee that. But just because we're better doesn't mean that the views are gonna go up. The algorithm's gonna work in our favor. We don't know that yet. So it's all a risk. Regardless, and I'm just being open and honest, it's a risk. But I do think it will. I know it'll be a better product, me and you in person, just because there's so much more we can do. But the question that you have to ask yourself, JB, because you're all in on it. This is your actual job, basically. So your question you ask yourself is the investment, is the risk worth taking? Because if you believe so, if you believe the risk is worth taking, and you think that us being in person can lead to something grander and greater, and we have a proof of concept now that could get picked up by some, bigger platform, then let's go. And I'm your boy, and we're going to go all the way in. I'm going to do as much as I can to make this shit blow up. But if you sitting back thinking like, man, the money that it costs, the drive, I don't know. Let's just keep doing it this way and see what we can do with it. I'm good either way. But it's just some grown man decisions that they got to be made. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
It's tough, man.
Yeah.
I don't show y'all a lot. This is a sports show. I don't really show y'all. I do a lot of things, sugar on the rim. I do a lot of things, y'all. It's a tough decision. That's what I'm saying, y'all. Like we joke a lot on this show, but we go through a lot of these thought processes post show. We talk about things, and it's a lot to run this type of show. It's fun, it's entertaining, but it's still a business. You know, it has to make sense. JB got bills. JB got bills to pay. He got a big ass house, nice ass cars, child support, taxes, all type of shit going on.
I ain't got no motherfucking child support. Shit. I never had it either.
All right, shout out to you.
No, they ain't shout out to me. You know why I never had it?
Why?
There's a cold part about this that people don't realize. Leah, thank you. Write down the pros versus the cons.
You're right about that, Leah.
Here's the cold part. Women, if you don't know the business, so if a woman hits a man for child support, by law, that man now has the legal right, this is by definition, to have the child a percentage of its life.
Ooh.
You understand that, right? That's the law.
Okay, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, you don't pay child support and then don't get to see the kid.
Right, got you. Right.
If the mother doesn't hit you for child support, you're not obligated to see the kid. You have no legal right to see the kid. That's how fucked up this whole thing is.
Damn.
So the mother legitimately did not file support against me so she could keep my daughter from me.
Damn. That's cold-blooded.
Just throwing that out there, homie. It's a real thing. And a lot of cats called fathers deadbeats when I'm going to tell you 90% of the deadbeats in this world are the mothers.
Let me ask you this, and this is like, you don't have to answer this at all because it's more personal, but like, why is she so bitter, like to that level? And again, you don't have to answer if you know.
I have no idea.
Like this is an extreme level. Like your daughter my age now, and it's like
this is on my daughter and my dead father. I have countdown timer. It's not wrong. Show me it's wrong. You're wrong, you fuck boy. Shut up. Here's the thing. There is it's still out. We don't know. We don't know why. Mm-hmm. And when I reunited with my daughter, she had no idea. She had no idea that her own mother was a stripper. Mm. She was 24 years old.
Right.
Like, why didn't your mom tell you that? Why didn't your mom tell you these things?
She probably was embarrassed. She probably didn't want to tell her daughter that.
You're 24 now, though.
Yeah.
Like the cold part is like we have no idea. It's a vindictive thing, and it's a reason. People are vindictive, homie. Both men and women are vindictive, and at the same time, but when you involve a kid, to me, I don't know why.
Yeah, you should never do that.
I don't understand.
Women do it often too. Believe it or not, people in the chat, they will use the kid as leverage or as a weapon to get back at the dad, because the only person that's getting harmed really is the kid, though. That's the fucked up part about it. You know, your daughter hasn't had the relationship with you that she should have, and I'm sure wants to have, and that you would want to have. I just hope that y'all, and I know we getting all therapeutic. I hope that you and your daughter can rekindle y'all relationship and like get to know each other at some point. And I know you always say it's kind of up to the kid, like kid's responsibility, because she's grown now, and I feel you on that. I just, regardless whether it's you that reaches out or she reaches out, I would love for y'all to just because life's too short, bro. That's what I'm learning. People die every day. Shit happens every day. It's just like, and when you really look back over certain situations, you're like, was it really that deep? Was it really that worth it? You know, I got shit with my dad where, like, you know, I could be bitter and be mad at my dad for not being there for a certain amount of time in my life and doing all that. And there's a long list of things that I could be, hold grudges over. But at the end of the day, I got one set of parents, and I'm blessed right now to have my mother and have my father. And whatever flaws my father has or stuff he lacks in or whatever the case may be, at the end of the day, I know he loves me. I love him, and that's what God blessed. That's what God gave me. So I'm a maximize and love who I have here. You know what I'm saying? So I just hope that you and the daughter, man, because she's still young. She 27, so she like my age, a little younger. Like, So it's not like it's over. Like y'all can very well still get to a point where y'all fucking hanging out, getting to know each other, because y'all probably a lot more similar than either one of y'all would even know, just off the fact that that's your blood. You know what I mean? So
yeah. And by the way, be clear, state to state has different laws.
Yeah, for sure.
So every state's different. In California, it is catered to the woman like no other state in the union. And women rule the world in the courts here for child support, for child custody, for all these other things. Arizona, you get what you get in a divorce. You get what you get with the kids. Like you get a percentage. This is the percentage. This is the money you get. This is the time you get with your kids. Dog, in California, homie, she didn't hit me for child support, but I went to court to get visitation. And she still didn't hit me because she knew that I would have the right to have her spend the night. So in California, if you pay child support, you have the automatic right to have her for weekends.
At least a weekend, right?
Holidays, certain things. If you don't pay child support in California, they can hit you with supervised visitation.
That's crazy.
So when she was young, homie, after I raised her by myself in college, in Kansas,
which is crazy to do that.
I had to come back to California when they took her, and I got to fight for her to see her with a supervised. Her grandmother had to sit there at Chuck E. Cheese and shit.
Yeah, that's
like,
weird.
Bitch, get the fuck out of my way. Like, this shit is unbelievable. I paid for everything still, even though there was no order. I wasn't a deadbeat. I took care of all her shit, her insurance, her clothes, her everything. I wasn't going to be that guy, regardless of the rule.
Right.
And I let her know that at 24 years old or whatever, 23 years old, I let her know that. And then she saw all the proof. And if she still can't make come up with that educated thought process and have her own individual thought process on who I am, and she gets to see it, then it's on her, dog. It's on her to figure it out, because I'm no longer in the begging mode because she's not 10 years old no more. So
that's life, man. T's and P's though, because I want y'all to reconnect. That'll bring me tears of joy. I love seeing that, like a father and a kid, especially a father and a daughter's connection is just different. You know what I'm saying? So T's and P's, man. I'm speaking it right now. Y'all will reconnect, and it will be a beautiful thing, JB. I think you need it too. I ain't gonna lie to you, but I'm done right there. We'll talk offline. What y'all got going on, chat?
I really don't give a fuck.
And listen, JB act real gangster, y'all. He got a big ass heart, y'all.
I do have a big heart. He
got the biggest heart, man.
I do, but I really don't care though if she doesn't figure it out. Like that's where I'm at in my life. Like, you got to figure it out. Like, I got to figure it out with my mom.
Right.
She got to figure it out with me. Like, it's not the parents' job to figure it out. It's the kids, especially the enabled ones, to figure it out.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but I guess for me, my bigger view is, okay, sure, let's say you're right. It's the kid's job at this point because her age. F whose job it is, though. Y'all just get better, though.
I've done my part. See what I'm saying? Like, there's not much more I can do, because at the end of the day, now it's what am I going to do? Beg?
Nah, just little stuff, like little effort shit.
I'm not saying beg. I'm not saying beg in a term of
like, please come back. Like, yeah, I know.
No, I'm not saying what am I supposed to do? Beg as if it's an ego thing. I did that. I already begged. I did my begging because it's my daughter. I have no ego when it comes to her.
Yeah,
that's it. But at this point now, she's already gone through. I've already gone through that too. So, like, it's your time. It's your turn now, girl. And not my turn no more. I've done my part. You need to go do your own due diligence and research to figure out your mom's full of shit, and she and her family or whatever has lied to you your entire life, and you need to figure that out. So,
see, that's tough. That's tough too, because, like, even though what you're saying is, I'm sure it's right, from a kid standpoint, they don't want to hear their mama's full of shit. Even if she is full of shit, they don't want to hear it. So I think the approach gotta be, you know what? I'm not even gonna talk about your mama, because I know that's your mama. So I ain't gonna say shit about her. We're gonna focus on me and you Fuck what your mama and they got going on. We're gonna just focus on the real between with me and you and how I feel about you. And just keep it right there. Soon as you start dissing the mama, that's who she been with her whole life. So to her, in her mind, like mom's untouchable in her mind. So as soon as you say something bad about moms, she already put up her defense mechanisms against you and she's already getting pissed. So I think, again, this is just my own experiences. I'm telling you, like, you just got a little shit like that can like trigger certain emotions to where she's not even thinking logically right now. All she hears is my mom ain't shit. So now I'm like, well, fuck it, you ain't shit, Dad. You ain't been there.
Exactly.
The whole thing.
I never once told her that her mom ain't shit.
Okay, cool. All right.
I've never once not had her mom's picture up when I raised her by myself. But if you flip the question and ask her, did your mom have a picture of me up?
Damn sure did.
And did she talk about me? Fucking right. That's all she did was talk shit. And dog, we were never even really together like that.
Right. I get it. I get situation. It just
we weren't engaged. It wasn't no marriage, love shit. It's like, bitch, you had some bomb pussy. We fucked up when I was young. You was a stripper. You was bad. Big 5'11", thick, red bone.
5'11"?
Oh yeah. You know, I get it. You was bad at the time. Big titties, ass, all that.
Red bone?
But bitch, you was a piece of shit. So it is what it is.
We talk about everything on this show. We started the show talking about fucking Palestinians protesting on campus, and we talked about JB throwing some people out back. We talked about Lakers, went NFL, we went boxing. Now we talking about real life shit. This is like that's what when we say this is the realest show on planet Earth, y'all think like I guess a tagline, but when you really break it down, what other shows is doing this though? And if it is no shows, like let us know.
It ain't no show. They all said it. Somebody said that how this don't have 20,000 people live every day is unbelievable to him because we're the only ones that say whatever's on our fucking mind. We don't script this. We have a little thing that says, hey, let's talk about these things, but it's not scripted. Right. Like this isn't, we don't have a production team over here fucking, all right, JB, cue, minute 3, go. Like, nah, fucking, we don't do all that. Now, we get it in person, yeah, we're going to have some little shit.
A little bit more structure probably, yeah. It's still going to be real, though. Still going to be real, you know what I'm saying?
Speaking of real, tomorrow's show is going to be off the chain. It might be one of the most craziest ones we've had. Damn. Alex Stein is going to be on. He's texting me right now as we speak. He's in Sacramento. Can we pull up Alex Stein right now? Because he is live in Sacramento, I believe. Bailey, if you can find his Twitter and see what he's doing right now, because he's up to some shit. And he's known to go into courthouses, if you haven't seen what Alex does, and do what he does. Like it's kind of crazy what he does. He'll be on tomorrow. Michael Lombardi to be on tomorrow. He'll
Legend.
Be on. He's been on several times on this show. Great dude, and he's a real one, by the way. He is literally, him and I are on the same wavelength on many, many things, regardless if you see him on Pat's show and all these other things. Trust me when I tell you, because he wouldn't come on this show. So just telling you, he watches our show. He loves our show. So this is the thing about it. Like people, a lot of cats out there do. Let's dive into your topic.
What's my topic?
Your topic is something that I want to say that I hate saying this to you.
7 games, Joe. 7 games, Joe. 7 games.
I hate to say this to you. I hate to say I told you so.
What?
I hate to tell you I told you so.
I have no idea what he's talking about, y'all. I really don't.
I know. That's why this show's the realest on planet Earth. I hate to say I told you so, Smitty, but I did tell you so. And you got to listen to the old head sometimes. When he tells you that AD is what he is, he's glass, paper mache, he's got a lot of bits in him. But did I tell you about Porzingis or not?
Ah, man.
Did I not talk about the Celtics and Porzingis? Thank you. I see Max Hex in the chat. Called it. Did I call that, Max? My bad. I think I called it.
Max, you stay out of it.
I think I called it. And Bailey, if you could find Porzingis, it looks like Porzingis is out for several weeks, if not the rest of the playoffs. This is who they are, Smitty. This is who the Celtics are. This is who Porzingis is. I said Porzingis will be fine for a few months of the season. Once it gets to brass tacks, he is done. Stick a fork in him. He's the same guy. I don't understand the center who's 7'17", however fucking tall he is, sitting at the top of the key, shooting threes all day, and then he gets hurt. And that's my center. I'm going to be honest. He's a very talented player and all because of his height and size, but like he's not available, bro. He's not available when it counts. And Horford is. And Horford's been a Celtic staple since he got there. And he's a guy that I think will help them probably be better. I mean, be honest with you. He's at least going to be there. I don't know who else they have. I mean, now you look at like Robert Williams that you lost and Marcus Smart. It seems like now you've lost some pieces.
Well, they got Drew Holiday for Marcus Smart though, so they upgraded right there.
Yeah, but I'm saying as far as size, I don't know if you have any size now after Horford. So I'm curious to see. I think they wrap it up in 5. They'll beat Miami at home next game. It'll be over. That'll be over. They'll move on. But I don't know how. I don't see the Celtics. I just think they're the same team. I just think they're gonna come. They're gonna end up hitting a wall somewhere against somebody. I don't know who that will be. Who's in that conference?
That's what I'm saying. So after the Celtics win this, they play the winner of the Cavs and the Orlando Magic, bro. So even if Porzingis ain't playing, let's say Porzingis sits out that whole series and he's resting his leg, his calf, or whatever. All right, cool. They gonna win that series without him. Now they're back in the Eastern Conference Finals. The Eastern Conference Finals, by what the looks of it, is gonna be the winner of the Pacers and the Knicks, who will probably play next round. And I respect both those teams. Young teams play hard, hungry. The Knicks is hungry. So let's say let's just guess real quick. Let's say the Knicks beat the Pacers in the next round. Boom. You got the Knicks and the Celtics. I think it's gonna be a good ass series, right?
That's
good
the team series. I think can beat them though.
That's where we disagree at.
I think the Knicks can beat them.
I don't think the Knicks is right. Knicks in the NBA Finals don't even sound right. You know it don't.
I think the Knicks can beat Boston though. That's the only team in the East.
I don't think so. That's what we disagree.
Boston Celtics center hobbled off the court in the locker room, considered doubtful to return.
That was for that game. That was just for that game.
Yeah. But it said though it could see imminent time off after imaging. So
they're gonna do imaging and make sure it's not an Achilles situation. Make sure it just can't. I think he's all right. He probably miss a little bit of time.
What is that Cleveland Orlando series?
I don't know. Is it 2-2 or is it
Is it 2-2 right now?
I don't know. Or is it 3? Is it 2-1? They play tonight, right? It's 2-2. It's 2-2.
It's 2-2.
It's 2-2. Orlando might fuck around
I thought Cleveland was gonna sweep them. I called Cleveland to sweep them.
Hey, they got them young guys over there.
My picks last night. That was my picks last night. So head on over to Winnable. I was 2 for 3. Still 75% or whatever that is. 2 for 3. I've been pretty good on Winnable, so you guys need to come on over there and join Slap Picks. We got a lot of people over there coming over to be members. We need some more. I don't know. The Raiders, though, let's dive into some football real quick. The Raiders signed. They signed Michael Gallup, a 1-year, $3 million deal. They don't have a QB, according to everybody, but they sure are moving around like they have a QB. I'm just going to be honest with you. Every pick they're making and every decision they're doing and every free agent they're scooping up and every piece to the puzzle that they are making right now sure sounds like they're comfortable with the QB room. I'm just telling you. Like, you don't move this way if you are so worried about your quarterback room. So I like what they're doing. I hope Aiden O'Connell becomes a man. I like Minshew. I love his nuts and guts. I just think that he's a comfortable backup. Now, if he starts, so be it. I don't see the Raiders currently constructed putting Minshew as a starter. It doesn't make sense to me. I think that they got him as an insurance blanket to be a quality backup. I don't see that making sense to me. Like, I think Aiden O'Connell is the guy they're going to see, hey, is this guy the future? Can we become the 49ers South and build a roster around a young QB like Brock Purdy? Can this guy be Brock Purdy? A good roster around him, be efficient, run the football, play defense, get the ball to our star in Devontae Adams, put 2 legitimate tight ends around him, pound the rock with Zamir or whatever.
Yeah.
Whoever it is, and let's roll. I think you can, dog. I think you can. I think it's old school. I think Harbaugh's going to do the same thing. And I think the AFC West could be one of the best conferences in football this year. Denver might be the odd man out. I think 3 of those teams will make the playoffs. I think 3 of them.
Yeah, I do too. Fine. I mean, hopefully, you know, I've been big on the Chargers last few years, so hopefully, I'm finally right going into this season. But yeah, I mean, like, listen, I'm excited. You know, this is always the exciting part. You know, leading up back into the season, just all the moves being made, just looking at the rosters, making our speculations, guessing. There's always a team or a couple teams that sneak up on you every single year that you didn't expect to be really good. They end up having a big-time season, winning 12-plus games. That could be the Raiders. I mean, we saw how they bought into AP last year. They definitely got better during this offseason so far. And, yeah, I mean, listen, in a league that's so focused heavily on passing the ball and spread offenses, things like that, I wouldn't be surprised to see these guys, you know, switch and start to, you know, pound the ball heavy. You know what I'm saying? It's like in a league where everybody's shooting threes in the NBA. What? Can y'all hear me?
You cut out.
Yeah, it was weird. It cut out on my end too. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you got Boost Mobile.
That was weird. Yeah, I got Mint Mobile.
Let's talk about this. Jason Kelce is going over to this question I wanted to ask Steve. I didn't get to it. This right here to me screams a lot of different things, and this network owned by Disney is obviously been talked about as being a network that's left winged or whatever you want to call it. I'm surprised that Jason Kelce. I'm not surprised, but I am that he's going over there. I would think he would follow like the Fox model or like get with Greg Olsen. You see a lot of great players going over there that become really good announcers. I think the Fox announcers are much better than the ESPN announcers.
I agree.
Because I think they're more organic. And I'm not just saying that because you're from Fox. I think
we keep it more real on Fox. We do.
I just think it's more. No, I think you get more organic game callers. Like, I think it's the guys that just came fresh off. Greg Olsen's the best in the business, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Jason going there screams the Swifties, the woke, the left, all this shit is going straight. It gives me like, what in the hell are you doing, Jason Kelce? And it's like when I saw him with the Swifties in there and all these other things in the press box during the Super Bowl and the playoff, I'm like, it makes sense also. So I'm like, fuck. So I don't know. That's just me. Miles Wonder, I do just be talking. I'm on a show, you fucking idiots.
Hey, everybody right now, super chat your question. We answering for the next 10 minutes. We answering any question you got. Super chat it right now. The clock starts now. 9:59, 9:58. The clock is ticking. Send in your super chat. We will answer any question.
Why you ain't never tired when you're on the floor? Same reason Michael Jordan wasn't tired when he was on the floor. If we want to go there, let's not go there.
Tell me why.
You can run it. You can run that same narrative everybody's running. Why? But I can tell you, go look at 8. You're 40. You're never tired. My knees hurt watching you.
Okay. Everyone knows the NBA had a drug problem in the 80s, but nobody got caught for drugs in their system. Don't that sounds a little weird? All I'm saying is this. All I'm saying is you had waves when the season ended, decided you needed to get bucked, to face some clotheslines, and then your hair gone the next year.
What's your take about that?
Entertainment. Gil's a big personality. Got a chance to meet him. You know, he was on a podcast that I used to work on with TJ Houshmandzadeh in Orlando's Kendrick years ago. Big personality. You know, he's funny. He gets a lot of views. That's his opinion on it. Unless I have actual literal evidence and facts based upon it, I'm not going to go out there and do that and say people are out here taking steroids or just to know without having more information on it. A lot of people say stuff about me, JB, that's not true. People say stuff about you that ain't true. People call you racist, say you don't like black people. You know, if I believe everything somebody would say, then I believe a lot of false shit. So I don't know what these guys are doing. I'm sure there's a lot of players who have taken steroids and juiced up. There's probably players now who are taking them. I'm not naive, but I don't know. If I'm not seeing you put the needle in your hip, then I can't really say, I can't really give a comment. We just don't know. You know, like you literally don't know. So every player who's old, who's still playing at a decent level, is taking steroids now. So that's the only way to play old. There can never be an anomaly. If you're 36, 37, 38, if you're that old and you're still hooping, Steph Curry, he's like 2 years younger than LeBron. He's like 36. KD, all these cats who are still hooping that are old, they got to be shooting up. It's the only answer. Come on, bro. Can't believe that.
Okay, let me ask you something.
All right.
Do your eyes work?
Yep.
Have you ever seen a 39-year-old look this good and do what this 39-year-old's done?
I've never seen a LeBron James before, so I can't. So no.
Have you ever seen at the end of people's careers where they go from floppy at 32 to solid muscle at 38, like you saw Michael Jordan do? It just doesn't happen. There's definitely interest in what Gilbert was saying, because we said this, Smitty, in 95. Because our eyes work. Your eyes work, my eyes work. Eyes don't have nothing to do with controversy, conspiracy, other things.
So a motherfucker can't get stronger from his rookie year to him becoming a veteran and learning how to work out and figuring out a system. Think about Tom Brady in TB12. His body looks totally different from when he got drafted to where he ended his career. Totally look different.
Stop. Don't take my words and twist them. I'm said
twisting
from
them.
30 years old Michael Jordan to 38-year-old Michael Jordan is what I said. I didn't say rookie Michael Jordan to year 5 Michael Jordan. We saw Kevin Garnett come into the league skinny as shit. 3 years later, he added 20 pounds. That's straight up from getting older. That wasn't like Kevin Garnett morphed into this fucking guy. He got older. That's a natural growth, period. That's maturity in the body. That's not what we're talking about. We saw Kevin Durant come into the league at 100 pounds, look like Snoop and Baby Boy, to going on and moving on mature-wise. 4 years later, he was 30 pounds stronger. We can all argue and sit here and I think we can agree that we all know that Kevin Durant probably hasn't juiced. Right. His body looks like he is not on it. The eyes work, Smitty. Let's just go through the league.
Let's do it.
Do you think Jason Tatum uses?
No.
Me either. His body type is, I'm a biomechanic degree guy now. I got 2 master's degrees in kinesiology and education.
Okay,
I
Dr.
think I know
Brown.
the body. I think I know the body.
Okay, Dr. Brown.
Do you think Anthony Davis uses?
Nope.
No. Look at his body. Giannis, do you think he uses?
Nope.
I disagree.
Nigerian. Every Nigerian I fucking know is ripped up. You know that. Stop.
Bailey, show Giannis when he came into the league and show him now.
He was.
No, it doesn't matter. You just went against your rules. So Nigerians only get big when they get 26?
Nah, he's a basketball player, so he didn't lift.
It don't matter.
You know these hoopers don't be lifting before they get to the league for real. Come on, all they do is hoop. You know that, JB.
No, you can't.
JB.
Smitty, timeout, dog. You played sports. Okay, you played sports.
I did, homie.
Okay, homie. So let's dive into this. So you're in the NBA or the NFL, and you have no body when you get picked up.
Don't compare. Don't do NFL. Let's focus on basketball.
No. I'm talking about you because you understand. This has to go with you because you're going to understand and be able to tell everybody that I am correct on this. Let me ask you something. In between seasons, do you truly think that you have the time, let alone the money, the know-how, the knowledge, or the resources to turn into that? In over seasons, Smitty, hold on. In between seasons, this isn't 4 years, and this guy comes back 4 years later. We haven't seen him.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. This picture was last year. This is his rookie fucking season. This shit was a process. He didn't just go from 2019 to 2020 and became this. Stop it. We're not gonna put out narratives on this show.
Time out. Go back. Rewind, homie. You just said all Nigerians are born freaks. They come out the womb jacked. He wasn't jacked. He had no muscle at all. He had zero muscle in that motherfucker. Look at his bone structure in his face. Look at his deltoids. Look at his biceps.
He had the frame, though. He had the frame, though.
I don't care about the frame. The frame is easier to develop. By the way, I'm just telling you, go talk to Balco. Go talk to any scientist.
I want to talk to him.
That is not normal.
I wish you could see my freshman year. I'm going to hit up Coach Feely. You can see my freshman year picture at Ball State and then see my sophomore year picture at Ball State. My body looks it was a crazy. Because we used to go to team meetings at the end of camp. And Coach Feely, our strength and conditioning coach, would go up there and show the before and after pictures of certain athletes. And you would see my chest on the left and my chest on the right, and my back on the left, my back on the right, my leg. And it was night and day. It was night and day, and I ain't take a lick of nothing. And they thought I was taking it because I was ripped up like a fucking iron board. I was ripped up like a damn shredded T-shirt. I used to get tested for steroids all the time. It's called hard work and dedication.
In one summer.
Yep.
In one summer, you did that.
Yep.
Now, can I rebut that?
You can rebut it. It's your show.
How tall are you?
6 foot.
How tall is he?
6'11".
So you do understand how the body works, right? And how body and how biomechanics work, right? So you do understand that a shorter man with shorter arms can lift more off the bench than a longer man with longer arms. You do know that's really a scientific fact, right?
Well, I know it's scientific, but I understand what you're saying, yes.
Okay, so you do understand when you're 6'11", that to go from that to that, it's a human impossibility to gain that much muscle mass. Not one, a little less a year, of course, but even in 3 to 4 years, that's not happening, homie. I'm just telling you straight out. You don't add 15 pounds of muscle in an off season, Smitty, naturally, organically, without some sort of enhancer, homie.
This is misleading, JB. The comment you're saying and the picture that we're showing right now is misleading because what you're doing right now is trying to use those pictures as a way to show that he went from picture on the left to picture on the right in one summer, when that is false. Look at his face on both pictures. He was a baby. That was his rookie year, and that picture that Giannis showed, I remember that picture was popular, was literally last year in the offseason when he just got done doing a heavy upper body day, so his arms look fucking bigger and bolder than they usually do. And that's like a 7-year span you're looking at.
Smitty,
I would love to go from freshman year to sophomore year to if we're gonna do it that way. That's based upon what you're saying. Let's see the build up is what I want to see. I don't want to see rookie and then fucking senior.
Let's be honest, homie.
Don't stand up. Don't stand up.
Let's be real.
Sit down.
First of all, as athletes, as football or basketball players, what do we do? What do we have to do to play every season in the off season? What do we have to do? Don't even talk about weights. What do we have to do?
Condition.
Stay in shape. What does that entail?
Running, lifting.
Running.
Yes.
Running, burning salt and water. How do you keep 20 pounds of muscle in between seasons while you run your ass off as a basketball player which is similar to soccer, running more than any human is possible. And how do you keep the weight on and add muscle to a body that's losing nourishment, water weight, and having to stay in shape? How do you keep body, muscle, and mass when you lose all that weight every off season to come back and say, oh, I'm in the greatest shape of my life and I'm fucking it's not possible. How much weight did you lose in between seasons, Smitty, in the off season when you had to go see your nutritionist or strength conditioning coach at Ball State and he had to say, hey, Smitty, this is your plan. We all got the book, right? Here's your off season summer plan. Here it is. This is what you got to do. You got to do this running, but then this is what you got to intake. This is your intake, right? Fluid-wise. And this is the weight. To keep this weight, you got to do this as you run in 100-degree heat, by the way. And you got to keep this on, right? We all did it, right?
I'm about to say, don't use me as an example. I was 257 coming into Ball State, undersized. I was on a weight gain plan. I ended up being 285, motherfucker. 280. I gained 30 pounds at Ball State. It's a fact. Yeah, all natural, muscle milk and lifting and eating food.
5'11". I'm 6'3", and I'm never going to get
6'2".
I was never going to get, and even at my 223 college playing weight, when I had a six-pack and I had definition of some sort, I was never going to be, because of the position I played, I didn't want to have big biceps because it fucks with your throwing motion and all that. You don't want to get too big a shoulder. You want strong shoulders and deltoids. Lats are more important for a quarterback. Not only because we get hit this way, our lats protect our throwing shoulder. So all those things is what I worked on.
Of course.
So at 6'3", very hard to gain and keep that muscle. You're going to lose that muscle in pure water weight and loss during conditioning.
Carbs, JB.
Doesn't matter. So if this guy were to eat carbs only, his body would not look like that. I'm just telling you, this is just, I'm going to get Dr. Morse on. I'm going to get the guy from Valco on.
Please.
We're going to get some guys on here.
I'm going to get some strength and conditioning coaches on here too. That's what I'm going to do.
But strength conditioning coaches can, bring them because they're not going to be able to defend that right there. Just telling you, dog.
Real quick, let's get the people 5 more minutes. East Coast Gridiron gave us $10. Shout out to you. I'm a Daniel Jones guy, coach. There's no one in the league that throws a backside 10-yard curl better than DJ, in my opinion. What do you see in your evaluation, and what do you expect for him this year?
I think he's going to have a comeback player of the year performance. And you're right. I want to know this, Smitty, while we're going back and forth real quick to end the show. How does Giannis stay in tip-top running condition while he's still that yoked and not lose the weight? And you wonder why he's hurt right now and not playing. Interesting.
JB,
if he's such a great shape, why is he always hurt?
You do both, JB. You do both.
Don't do both. You don't do both.
We would run 16 110s, 30 110s. We run 200s on the track, 400s on the track. I go in the weight room, I squat 500 for 5, 605 for 1, 425 on the bit. Like, you get stronger and you do heavy cardio. You do muscle milk shakes, 3 to 4 scoops after your work with a triple stack peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and you eat pasta at night to carb up, and you drink a gallon of water every single day. You can do both. You can do a lot of cardio, lift heavy, eat heavy, and put on healthy muscle weight. I'm gonna hit up Coach Feely. I know he ain't got it, but I'm gonna see if he got it. If I can show you my before and after pictures, I'm telling you, it was night and day.
Max, go ahead, Max. Call in, Max. I just put the link in the chat. Call in. You got some insight on this stuff. Call in. I want to hear.
Everybody thought I was on drugs, so I kept getting drug tested not for street drugs, for fucking steroid. I had to get up 6 a.m, had to hold my morning piss, run across the street, and had a motherfucker look over my shoulder, look at my shit while I'm taking a piss in the cup to show that I ain't taking no steroids.
Let me ask you something, Smith. Let me ask you something.
Ask me something.
You're a little too young before Max talks. So you're a little too young to know this. But back in the day, creatine was huge to me in our business.
I never took it.
When I was young, creatine was the big thing. And creatine was pulling the muscle off of bone. Creatine was pulling the muscle off of bone as we ran because people didn't know that creatine was a dehydrant. In creatine, you had to drink 6 times the amount of water per scoop of creatine because it dehydrated you so bad that it was ripping muscle off the bone. So we figured this out. So people started saying, okay, now we can do creatine. We got to drink all this water. If you look at the injuries of Giannis, they're all soft tissue. I believe 90% of them have been hamstring, which we know to be a pure outlier as a, or let me say a pure determinant on some sort of enhancer because it is a dehydrant, all enhancers, and it is known to deteriorate muscle in soft tissue areas such as hamstring, quad, shoulder, and this is all that he's ever had. Now listen, I'm not going to sit here and accuse him because I think everybody's doing something. That's just going to be keep it real. Max, go ahead, Max.
Go ahead, Max. Sorry about that, man. How you doing, Max?
I'm on the road, man. First of all, I just got to say this: if you deny LeBron using enhancers, it's foolish. It's just foolish.
I'm a fool then, Max.
For one, the NBA would never announce that he got popped for enhancers because one, he's a cash cow, and they would lose all credibility. For two, these tests that they're giving these guys are years behind what drugs they're taking. All someone has to do is resequence these drugs, and they won't pop dirty. If you do research and actually read up on enhancers, most of them are when you get older in age are for recovery, not even for muscle mass or what have you. That's number one. And number two, 90% of players in these leagues are on something, and that's just a fact. It's always been that way. Always will be that way. And I just think Smitty, I love you. I just think it's foolish to think a 40-year-old man. I've done the research. Top 20 players ever at 33 or 34 years of age, they dropped off significantly. And I'm not going to sit here and believe LeBron's just this Yeah, he's a freak.
But hold on, time out. You're about to say it. You're not going to sit here and believe that LeBron is a unicorn. He is. From day one, LeBron has been different. We've never seen nothing like that from day one. He literally is different.
But the human body is a human body.
So I'm gonna ask you this. Matt. So you're saying every human, every professional athlete's body works the exact same. So once you get to 38 years old, it's a wrap. It don't matter who you are. You get to 38, it's over. There's no way to play good at 38. That don't make sense.
History has shown that, yes.
I hear you.
The numbers have shown that, yes. From the top 30, you can look up the top 30 or 40 players ever. At 33 or 34 years of age, you see a decline in everybody.
And we have seen it. Hold on, we've seen a decline.
And listen, I mean, numbers-wise, not really.
But what does your eyes do? Like
that's also because the game's more tailored to him nowadays, and he's changed.
Right.
He's changed that about himself. He's not much of a slasher like he used to be.
LeBron's not the same guy no more. LeBron's not even a top 5 player in the league no more. We know that.
Correct.
So he has died down then.
Our guy Kobe. He broke his body working out, and it showed. You can't tell me this man LeBron just spends a couple million a year and he's just able to play this long at this high of a level. Bullshit.
Look at Kobe's body.
And the NBA would never let it out because they can.
Smitty, this thing, Smitty.
Go ahead, Coach.
You're Kobe guys, Smitty. We're Kobe guys.
Love Bean.
Look at Kobe when he was younger and how chiseled and you could see his whole body was much more chiseled. As he got older, you saw floppy, a little flab, a little loose. You saw him. You could tell whether he took an enhancer or not, cool. But his body type, he didn't get yoked out as he got older. He got flabbier. He got broken down. It's all speculation, but
that's what I'm saying.
Even Jordan the GOAT. I mean, look at him. It's impossible to gain 15 pounds of pure muscle mass in 2.5 months. And so even he was on something. He had to have been. And people don't want to take it for what it is. They want to sit here and believe this fantasy that these guys. No, this is entertainment at the end of the day. These guys are here to put on a show for fans so that they can make money. So if you think that they're gonna stop the income by letting a scandal come out that all these guys are on drugs, you're crazy.
They do it with every other sport. They do it in UFC. If you're on drugs, they pop you in boxing. They damn sure pop you in baseball. One of the greatest players of all time, Barry Bonds, won't be in the Hall of Fame because of it. Why would the MLB do it to one of their greatest players of all time? Well, they did it with cycling. With what's your boy who rides the bikes all fucking day? That everybody loved. They did to him. They do it in every other professional sport, no matter who your name is. But basketball is the outlier, huh?
When was the last drug scandal where everybody was getting popped?
I don't know.
Well,
probably Lance. Probably Lance. JUCO, whenever, yeah.
Anyway, y'all, I had to put in my 2 cents because, I mean, look at you, like you just brought up Giannis. You cannot tell me that he just naturally did that. I'm sorry. There's no.
I hear you. I just think it's hard for us people because like we're everyday folks, and it's hard for us to fathom that an athlete could put this much time and effort and work into their body. That's all they're doing. Like right now, like you're like right now you're working right now, man. You own the clock right now, grinding.
No,
you drive miles and miles and hours, fucking every fucking day, probably.
No,
grinding.
I don't. I'm moving right now.
Okay, my fault. You moving, but stay with my point. Stay with my point. Whatever you do, you grinding, you hustling. This is a job. This is all. If you in the NBA, that's all you do. I fucking hoop every day. I work on my body every day. My body is my brand every single day. I'm getting paid hundreds of $1 millions to do this. You tell me, motherfucker, they ain't gonna motivate you to get in the weight room and work?
Hey, Max, I appreciate you calling in, dog. Hurry up and get to Fort Worth so you can help us get the studio.
I got you. I'm about 2 hours out, fellas.
Hurry up.
I just did 26 in about 2 days. So.
Hell yeah, no doubt.
All right, y'all.
All right, later.
All right, bro.
All right, let me cook Smitty real quick to end the show. All right, real quick. I got a lot of things to break down from that as we're 5 minutes over already. Let me show you right quick. Look at the body types in football right now. You just mentioned something that stuck out to me. I'm on this show saying that the body types have gotten worse in the NFL. Have I not said that? Look at the wideouts. Look at the body structures. Look at these guys. They're not the TOs anymore of the world. They're not the.
You said that. I don't agree, but you said that. Yes,
I said that, and so is Dr. Morris. So is a lot of people. Look at
Matt disagrees with you.
Yeah, the body types are clearly not the same, dog. Like let's look at the muscle mass.
Aaron Donald, DK Metcalf. I'm not sure, but it's got keep going. I'm sorry. Keep going.
All right, name 3 guys. All right, so look.
Keep going. I was gonna play you.
So look. It's just overall point. The overall makeup of the NFL is not the same. So you were talking about these guys getting this money, and that's all they do. I'm going to flip it on you and say, no, it's not, because I'm looking at the bodies in total, and they're not as good looking as they used to be. They're not as in shape as they used to be. We have more injuries than we've ever had. And number one, number two, we don't even look the same. So I say that the money they're getting is a lack of investment in their body because they actually are doing more things with that money than putting it towards their profession. That is why I'm so against giving them everything at a young age in college. This is why I argue I don't know if I want to give them NIL, full revenue, full fucking everything. I don't know if I'm there yet. I want to see I'm not going to go there yet. I just want to see the literature on this revenue sharing. But I'm just saying, that's why I'm not so quick to judge and say, like you and Matt are all on that side right now without even knowing. I'm not going to go there yet. But because of this reason, and let's just be real, baseball was the first sport, in theory, to really call out the user and test and actually suspend and basically castrate somebody.
Top players, too.
Okay?
All-time greats.
Why, Smitty, when you brought that up with Barry Bonds, why can't that be the lesson on, Major League Baseball lost a huge fan base. If you look around Major League Baseball, Smitty, no one's going to the Florida Marlins games. No one's going to the Oakland A's games. No one's going to the Seattle Mariners games. No one's going to the Angels games. The Dodgers, the Yankees, a couple other teams are still packed out. That's it. Look at Major League Baseball in totality. I went to a Padres game, and that shit was fucking empty. So I'm just telling you, do they look at it and say, uh-oh, we fucked up by getting rid of these best players because we might have screwed up. I think people like the long ball. Well, guess what? Now the NBA saw that and said, oh, hell no, we ain't testing, and we sure ain't calling them out on it. So I could see that being the trial and error era where we fucking caught McGuire, Canseco, Bonds, Sammy Sosa, and we're gonna say, as a professional organizations, the owners and the commissioners got together and said, no, we're gonna throw this under the rug, dog. We'll lose our fucking fan base. Imagine if LeBron, Giannis, let's just say allegedly, because it is allegedly. Let's say allegedly these guys were to be caught on dope. You imagine the league? Who the fuck's playing? Who's going to play? Who's going to go watch? No offense to Murray and Joker and them. Who's going to go watch these guys? Who's going to go watch some of these guys play? Who's going to go watch fucking Porter and let's say, Tatum? That's it. That's the star. That is it.
Anthony Edwards. Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah. I want to see Victor Wembanyama in 2 years.
I can't wait.
No, I want to see if he looks like Giannis.
Hard work. He's going to be fucking yoked up. My thing is this, y'all. Listen, you guys can be 100% right, maybe, and I can be the most ignorant person in the world. But at the end of the day, we're all ignorant when it comes to this, because unless any of us are in these people's circles, we don't know what they're doing. I haven't heard any teammate of any of the players that you guys are saying allegedly is taking these steroids come out and say anything. Any retired teammate, any retired player, anybody. So only thing I'm saying is, only thing I hate about these conversations that we bring up is that we say things so matter of fact, as if we know for a fact LeBron's on steroids. We know for a fact Giannis on steroids. Like, there's no way in hell these guys are building these bodies up naturally, and we put it out a narrative that comes off as if it's a fact when this is all just a hypothetical. This is just all just an opinion. So as long as we lead with that, I'm cool. It's speculation to the highest level. Max came on here, shout out to Max, but Max said it like he knows for ain't no way in hell you bring 15 pounds of muscle in 2 months. It's impossible. So it's like, okay, when you put it out there like that, now you're removing speculation. You are saying right now on the show that you know for a fact that LeBron, Giannis, these cats are taking steroids, and I just think that as a former athlete myself and player, I think that's messed up because I got accused of that shit. So I think it's wrong.
I agree, but I also am real, and I know that my body could never do that. I know
because you were a quarterback. One, y'all are the soft position on the football field. Number two, y'all didn't need to lift that heavy because every reason that you listed as far as a quarterback, you don't want a quarterback with big ass arms and stiff. It doesn't make sense. And number three, it just don't make sense. You're a quarterback. You're the wrong person to even ask for this conversation. That's not what y'all do.
But still, dog, I've been doing this around these players my whole life. I understand what it takes to gain muscle. Like, I used to have a thing called dog food. So that's what it was. So if I needed to get a player to lose or gain weight, we cut them off the cafeteria food, or we threw them on the cafeteria food extra, or we added chocolate milk to it, or we took away chocolate milk, or we added certain things. We called it dog food. This was a way to training table it to gain weight. This is a JUCO level. Remember, I got to make.
I would say at JUCO, were you the strength coach too?
Yeah.
Ah, see.
Now I wasn't the strength coach. I controlled the weight room with the asshole tenacity. I had a strength guy.
Okay.
So the plan was mine. The format and structure was mine.
But you basically was a coach. Yeah.
I've never, no, Wizzle, I haven't. I've never seen a human gain 20 pounds of muscle in a season. 20 pounds of weight is completely different than 20 pounds of muscle. Do you understand the difference between muscle and fucking fat? Do you know muscle weighs more than fat? Do you understand the difference between anaerobic and aerobic? Do you know the difference between anaerobic and aerobic? One requires oxygen, one requires none. That means that when we lift weights, what do we do mostly, Smitty, to be honest? What do most of us do? And what is taught and what is screamed at us under the bench? Breathe.
Yeah.
Because a lot of us are like, a lot of us
scream.
Dog, there's a truth to the differences in those things. There is it's almost it's almost an impossibility to gain that much muscle in an off season. Number one. Number two, though, listen, I want to be clear on this whole thing before we end it. I'm not against it. I'd rather see us on some sort of fucking enhancer because, in my opinion, it makes all sports better. Like, let's just keep it real. So I'm not even mad about it. I don't give a fuck about it either. I really don't. All I'm saying is the fact that we can sit here and say that these cats aren't doing it is also the same thing as allegedly saying they are. Let's just keep it real. We got to keep both doors open. Like
that's why we should.
Two things can't be true.
We shouldn't even bring it up then, because basically what we're saying is, in summation, we don't fucking know. That's what we're saying. We don't know they're taking it, and we don't know they're taking it. So we're making up storylines.
It's still a show, and you got to talk about what we know.
We are media now, JB. We can't put out this false news. That's called poor journalistic integrity, and that's not what you want to be known for, what I want to be known for. We come out here and we put out facts, and we give our opinions based upon those facts. That's called journalistic integrity, JB, and we're going to have that on this show. If I'm going to be on this show, it's going to be a credible show. We're not going to lose the credibility of this show.
So then let me get pissed on and you tell me it's rain, and then I'm going to stay naive and say, all right, women, you can coach men in the NFL. Let's go. It's okay.
If you can prove that it's piss.
Be naive. I'm going to bend over too, Smitty, for you.
Oh, no, not for me. If you can prove that it's piss, then we can have a debate about that piss. But don't tell me it's piss and you don't know it's piss, because it could be Sprite, it could be lemon lime, it could be fucking, we don't know what it is. That's the problem. We lead with facts. And the fact is, I cooked you all show, man. I appreciate y'all, man. We got y'all 3 hours and 30 minutes of the damnness, and y'all ain't even hit the like button. Ain't none of y'all joined Winnable, and none of y'all became new members, but we still love y'all, man. We're gonna close with this.
Bit of the way, and most people.
Hey, look at his body. Look at Shador's body.
What's wrong with him?
Look at their body types.
You got a big t-shirt on.
I want you to look at their body types.
I don't even know what we're talking about.
Look at Shador's body type right now.
Yeah.
No muscle at all.
You got a big t-shirt on.
Nah, we've seen him. He's not a big yoked out guy. Come on.
Most quarterbacks aren't.
Yeah, but there's some freaks out there too. Have you seen Cam Newton? Have you seen the Middleton kid at Tennessee? Have you seen some of these guys? Have you seen Will Levis?
Yeah, but most of them are not.
Hey, you think Will Levis is on anything?
Have you seen Patrick Mahomes? Have you seen Tom Brady? Have you seen Peyton Manning? Have you seen Phillip Rivers? Have you seen a lot of these cats ain't got no fucking ripped up bodies?
That's my point. I don't believe they're on anything either.
Okay, and I don't think Cam Newton was on anything either. I think he's just a black man with great genetics who was lifting hard, and he was a big body who could have played outside linebacker or DN, chose to play quarterback, and he looks that way. Just because somebody's stronger and ripped up and y'all don't know how to put in work and to build that.
You think Brian Bosworth was on something?
Who?
You think Kuechly was on something?
Luke Kuechly from the Panthers? I don't know. He's a beast, though. I know it was good as hell.
I'm just saying, we're not turning this into only white and black. I've seen some white boys. White boys stereotypically are known for roids.
Right. I know. That's y'all shit.
Okay, so it ain't just about.
That's what I'm saying. That's y'all. That's another reason. I ain't gonna lie. That's another reason why I'm like, I don't know, y'all. That ain't even how we really get down like that. Like on the most part, but it's a whole nother conversation. But y'all hit that like button, man. Subscribe. I'm about to go ahead and call my boy real quick. He just hit me up. I'm gonna hit the weight room, go do a lower body day, get my legs stronger and bigger naturally. Hopefully, when I post my before and after pictures in the summer, y'all don't say, "Oh, Smitty taking steroid. Ain't no way he got his body like this in 2 months. There's no way someone can work that hard and focus that hard and get their body that way." So hopefully, y'all don't do that. If y'all do, I don't care. Fuck y'all anyway.
If you can, if you can add 20 pounds of muscle from this point right now till the summer. I will dedicate the entire show earnings to you for 1 whole year.
Oh, okay. So hold on real quick. How can I prove that it's muscle? Like just the eye test?
20 pounds of muscle.
I know, but I'm saying like how will we know that it's 20 pounds of muscle? Like what if it's 5 pounds of fat, 15 of muscle? Like what's the there's not an actual way to test
we're
that.
gonna look at you now. We can see that you have fat. We can see that there's baby fat on you still because you're still 30. By the way, you don't start burning baby fat until you're about 33 years old. So you still have baby fat.
Yep.
And now we're gonna take that baby fat. And by the way, it's called BMI, body mass index.
Yep.
So we'll do your BMI first, and then we'll go from your BMI and measure body fat, and then we'll go to 20 pounds of muscle added by, let's say, July. Let's just say by the NFL season.
Hold on. Time out. You're telling me you're going to give me a full year of the money that we make here is coming directly to me?
20 pounds of muscle.
Okay. You're telling fuck all that. You tell me you're going to give me a full year of the money that this show makes if I can prove to you that I can gain 20 pounds of muscle by the NFL season. Is that what you're telling me right now?
Let's set a date. Yeah.
Give me a date.
We'll set a date. We'll do it tomorrow.
All right. I don't know how you're going to pay your bills, though, because we can shake on it. Because I will fucking prove to everybody on this show. That's why I'm saying I've done this shit before. So I know how to do it.
You haven't done it. You haven't gained 20 pounds of muscle, Smitty.
I am going to gain 20 pounds of muscle y'all by NFL season, and I'm taking all of his money.
We're not talking about 20 pounds of weight. We're talking muscle. Muscle. You got this, Smitty. 20 pounds of muscle.
I'm about to burn. I'm gonna cut the 230 first, and then I'm gonna gain the 20 back. Cause I don't want to be 270 no more. I'm not about to be that big. So I'm about to lose. I'm about to get down to 230 just to burn, get light.
You do realize though,
20.
That's my point. You do realize you'd be 290 of muscle.
Yeah, I don't want to be 290, so that's why I'm gonna go down. Well, first of all, I would.
I don't think you realize what I'm saying. I don't think you guys understand what this entails. I don't think anybody in the chat or you understand.
The difference is most of these basketball players, they can afford to actually gain weight because they're light. In my situation right now, I want to lose some weight first, then gain it because I don't want to be a certain weight. I've been 285, walked around. I know what that feels like. I've been 290. I've been 275. Right now, I'm like 258, 260. So I'm like, you know what? Let me cut down first before if you want to put on 20. But I don't want to just get to 280 just to be 280. Like, no reason.
Bailey, jump in, Bailey, as we end the show, Bailey. You'll end the show with us. Hit the doorbell. Ding. Bailey's in. Bailey. Yes, all right, you're a nutritionist. Tell him what he has to do it.
Darnell, I don't think you would lose weight and then bulk it back up. I don't think you would be able to put on enough muscle that way. I think ultimately you would have to bulk now and try to put on as much muscle as you can. But in doing that, you're going to have to take on some fat. So that's where you're going to see you bulk up to like 295 if you really do it. You know what I'm saying? And then you'll have to burn the extra fat.
Bailey, you know a lot about this. And it's good to have you that know this. I don't think people know. Your body cannot add muscle without saturated and unsaturated fats being a huge component of that. Sure. So you can't just burn it down and add 20 pounds of muscle. It's
you can't cut and bulk at the same time.
It's not humanly possible.
You can't at the same time. You can't. No.
Well,
he said he said I have it to the NFL season start. NFL season starts at the beginning of September.
Smitty, I don't know if you can even burn the fat down by the NFL season.
Okay.
I'm just being honest, homie. You're not.
It's cool. It's cool. I'm done. I'm done talking. I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm done. I got you.
Hey, Smitty, by the way, though, your metabolism is completely different than Bailey's right now at 21 years old.
My shit is crazy. My metabolism, I have a crazy metabolism.
Bailey can go eat fucking all this candy on my bar right now and go work out and burn it all off today.
Me too.
You and I cannot. No,
don't put me in the category. Yeah, I'm not there yet. My shit's still kicking.
You're 30 years old. Your metabolism can't burn fats and sugars like his.
I'm different. I cannot wait. Y'all just woke up the fucking beast. You know what? I want to tell Bailey and JB, thank you. I appreciate you both for coming on here and tell me what I can't do. I appreciate that. I need the inspiration going into the summer.
Bailey actually thinks
keeping it real with what it is.
Remember me now. I'm gonna do a before picture. We're gonna post it, and I'm gonna save it because I want to post it in a couple months when I'm ready. When my shit is like the Terminator, I'm gonna post side by side.
Let's be honest. Do you really want to add all that weight?
Don't worry about how I'm gonna do it, JB.
No, I'm just saying. Do you really want to get all that muscle at 30?
JB, I know what I'm doing.
Hey, you know what he's gonna do, Bailey? Bailey, he's gonna do my 5-day fast.
I know what I'm doing.
You'll lose a ton of muscle. That's the thing with fasting. That's why I don't fast much, is because you'll lose a shit ton of that muscle, and then you have to spend an extra week and a half.
Listen, y'all, I have a lot of body fat right now. I have a lot of loose body fat right now that I can burn like fucking this. I know my body. That's what I'm saying is like I know what y'all saying is the norm, and I respect all that. But no one knows my body more than my body, and I know how quick I can lose fucking pounds of fat. I have a lot of extra fat right now, so I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do because I know how to do it. And then y'all gonna see a difference. Y'all gonna be like, damn, I'm a Smitty, damn. I guess he proved me wrong. I'm a different.
There's no benefit for me because I don't get any.
Yeah, you ain't getting no benefit. I'm getting all the fucking money though.
I don't get anything back. But listen, what do you think your BMI is right now?
I don't know. I don't want to guess.
You can do it right now, really, to get a really hard line. You can get a hard line right now on the show, right now, live.
How?
You take your height in inches.
Mm-hmm.
You divide it by your weight. And then you take that from your age.
5'11", 260, 30.
No, not 5'11". So in inches. In inches.
Arms. That's funny.
In inches, 5'11" is what, Bailey? 60
12 times 6 is what? 72?
So you're 70 inches, 71 inches?
71.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you divide that by your weight.
260. It's called 260 right now.
And then you minus your age.
I'm
What is
30.
that? What is that BMI? 25% or so? Something like that.
People in the chat putting 25, 22.
So I think it's higher than that. I think your BMI is more like 30 something. No, I'm serious.
All right. He ain't 30%.
Right, you motherfucker. Don't come at me like that. Now, motherfucker.
I think I'm probably 45.
He said my shit ain't never been no 30.
You get like 400 pounds.
When I was at Ball State, my shit was like 15. I was ripped up like a motherfucker. So I was shit.
Hey, you do understand, Smitty, when you played, how hard it was even at your. Because it's shorter people, by the way. It's harder for shorter people to actually lose that and gain muscle and be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like longer cats, it's actually a little easier for us. But the shorter cats is even harder. So like
it is.
It's just,
JB, it's funny because you met me so late. I wish I could have like played for you for a little while, or maybe you could. I'm gonna get my coaches on here.
I don't doubt. I'm not talking.
I don't think you understand. Like I smile a lot. And I think y'all think I was different in the fucking weight room, y'all.
I don't doubt.
I'm different.
But I don't doubt any of that. I don't doubt you playing or working hard.
Is my boy Darius still in the show? I wish Darius would call in. I don't think he in the show no more. Motherfucker.
But listen, I'm
different, Bailey.
No, you're taking two different things. I think you're taking it the wrong. It's not about you playing hard, being a dog, killing it in the weight room. That has nothing to do with it. I totally think you would have played for me, no question. I'm saying what we're specifically talking about is a completely different animal. It's not the same. I'm just telling you.
It's been a great show, y'all. It's 9:30 on Pacific time, 12:30 Eastern time. Most of y'all on lunch break. I'm about to go hit this weight room, get these legs right, get this body right, and then start my journey. I hope I have a blessed Tuesday. Tomorrow's my last day of the week, so I'm coming in locked and loaded. Whole bunch of crazy energy. I might come on the show drunk, and then we're going to just go from there, man. Load the show tomorrow. Big time guest.
Load the show tomorrow, and we'll be back. Stay tuned. Pound the like. Become a member if you're not one. A lot of non-members in here. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.
Issues get pressed so fast, you don't get sacked like bags and baggage. Smitty and Jason Brown, kill the ass a rap. We what the game's been missing.